Good morning. Hi. Welcome. I think my voice is shot from yesterday. Lots of, I'm so tired. Good morning. I think it's a good morning. Lots to talk about. Yesterday, the dynamic completely flipped. Friday, Chad was on the run. Yesterday, word is Chad got over $3,000 in super chats. That's what somebody in the chat said. $3,000 in super chats. $1,600 during one show. And then, I guess, a trickle. Also, as predicted by Chad, nobody accepted KB's calls. Jim Brewer, Godfrey, ignored. And then later on, Bob Levy leaves MLC early to go with Shuley onto Legion of Skanks. And boy, oh boy, are Zin's producer's arms tired. She's been flapping about it. So Bob Levy goes on Legion of Skanks, laughs about his stepdaughter, gives the name out several times, allows the guys to pull up the photos, makes sexual jokes about her, makes sexual jokes about Levy being active with her. Jokes and jokes and jokes and jokes. Cum, sex, incest, inappropriate underage stuff. All the jokes. And somehow when it's Legion of Skanks, it's fine. Now you can make the argument it all got leaked on Reddit, so therefore Chad was just reading Reddit and Legion of Skanks was just copying Chad and Reddit. I don't know. But Levy crawling around to text and make sure it was okay, and everybody's saying not a good look. And I don't know what this means for Chad. Do you think there's a path to forgiveness with Shuley working with those producers, working with the network, since Bob basically did all Chad did and more? Everything Bob was mad at Chad about, Bob did and some yesterday. And if you didn't see our full 4.5 hour Legion of Skanks watch, where Big J Okerson pretty much declares me dead from Red Bar, and Louis J. Gomez says Patrick Melton was one of the worst appearances on Legion of Skanks. All that and more available for your perusal. I guess you could join Legion of Skanks paywall, or you can just join the Overdose and get it over with. We got all the good stuff anyway. Head over to nobodylikesonions.com/overdose. That show's already up for members, audio and video, last night. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Good morning, everybody. Hi. What do we do today? Geno Bisconte is going to be on Steel Toe Morning Show. He's going to be going on that, I imagine, an hour into the show. We all know Mooby likes to do an hour by himself. Get all those early morning nocturnal emission super chats out of the way. Huggage! You know. Let all of his pay pigs like Zen Rhino and Dave, what's that guy's name? Chandler. Shoot their little loads. Get all that money out of the pipes. And then they will allow Geno to come in for 2 hours, earn half the super chats. Then they kick Geno out and beg. Flimsy Greenberg says, join the Overdose to watch Patrick talk over Legion of Skanks and fade it down when they talk about him. It's not fair because I fade it down and talk over them about a million things. Get off my back about that. Come on. I mean, we fade down most of that show and watch it. Come on. If we didn't hear what they said about me, what the fuck was I rebutting? Be real to me. Give me a little credit. Chad did it to be mean. If that has any significance, I mean, we'll dig the show back up and I'll just play it and let him talk. I'll play it and let him talk and won't even comment on it. We'll just play it. We'll go, huh, and then we'll just move on. Bob is reviving his closer as if it's not a sexually creepy and does not make him look like a sex pest. That was another L that he posted for himself. Yeah, I just don't understand the blue cheese ass eating thing. Afternoon Emission was the name of my band in high school. Good morning. We are waiting for Steel Toe to launch, and then we'll have a little song this morning. You singing the Mooby song? Fuck yeah. As soon as they go live, let's pop. What happens now? Now we should have a whole new, fresh stream. And maybe this will refresh. Maybe we'll be able to get going here. But wow, what a ride, huh? What a little dysfunctional ride where we just go our separate ways for about 7 minutes. You guys talk in the chat on your own, and I just try to vamp over here. What they call in the business vamping. It's where I just talk to myself while my internet's down. And then I'm jerking off on stream, and when it comes back up, you guys go, whoa, he was jerking off right on the live. He was jerking right on the live. I call my streams the live. All right, so I think it's back up. I think it's functional. I'm not sure what happened. We lost about 7 minutes there. Don't worry, I recorded it, but it's not very interesting. It was just me rebooting my modem from Cox, screaming at my servers. I have a missed call from 3:50 a.m. Right when the internet goes out, I got a missed call. So I thought I was being attacked or hacked or jacked. Did you lose weight during the downtime? Yeah, I was actually running in place. We missed the whole intro song from Moobtown. I didn't get to hear it either. My whole internet dropped. I don't know what happened. Aaron
fucks April sounding like Vince McMahon. MSO says should have let April do the show alone. She's capable. I think April's tired.
Last night,
painting and taking care of me she was doing. So
last night there was no Mooby in the evening show. There was no Steel Toe show in the evening because Mooby said he was bedridden, couldn't get out of bed. Now, April's such a consummate pro broadcaster. I don't know why April can't just go on and do her own show. Oh, yeah, because she'd crumble like a hua.
Who knows? Who knows what happened? Cynically Insane says instead of...
Thanks for welcoming us back. Sorry, I'm so glad the stream didn't decide to just end itself and be done. Because I got to be honest, I was very close to pulling the plug and going back to bed. I was like, I'm not going to sit here and just talk to myself.
Now Johnny is going to die from your...
Johnny.
That's a good point. Oh, my God. What if I murdered the man? Yikes.
As if you care about Johnny.
Thank you to everybody who's renewing your membership.
Your buddy who's on your show twice a week has MS. Put up a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe to help with his medical condition. You didn't donate a penny. Furthermore, they got Geno coming in today, splitting the super chats with Geno. Meanwhile, Johnny Crutches comes in for $50 a day. What if you came in on Monday and made $50? Stay home Tuesday, have to watch Geno Bisconte earn $200 from his home. He doesn't even have to come in. And then Wednesday, Johnny Crunches has to make the trip all the way across Sauk Rapids, Minnesota to make another $50? You know, Johnny Crutches has to come into studio with MS and doesn't make as much as Geno, who comes in via Skype for 2 hours. He doesn't have to be there the whole show. If you think Johnny Crutches isn't doing this math, and by the way, Johnny Crutches, if you're not doing the math, you're retarded. You're retarded. It's like, why would you be coming in to do this show for $50? He pays everyone else more than you to do it remotely for half the show. Geno Bisconte will make more than half of a show than Crutches makes in 8 hours of the full show. 9 hours when you had overtime. Geno will make more in 2 hours today than Johnny Crutches makes in 2 shows and 2 overtimes coming into the studio in person. That's insane. That's insane.
April and I can approve the website. As early as tomorrow, you guys might be ordering your steel toe coffee.
Hey, Patrick, as soon as they go live, let's cap it up so we don't miss it. Oh, and Skakel has a big dick.
In that case. Citizen M says April should have done the evening show. Yeah, April was really busy, too. So she took it as a chance to paint the kids' room.
This is like Zumock when, why did kids' room need painting all the time? Didn't they just paint the kids' room for the birthday? He just said a couple weeks ago, like, we painted our kid's room for his birthday. He said they in the past tense. He said a couple weeks ago they painted their kid's room for the birthday. Now, yesterday, April couldn't do a show because she's busy. No. That time is marked out for the show. You're telling me that if hold on, Johnny's now making $125 a show? That's even more embarrassing if true, Citizen M. Please tell me that's not true. $125 a show, so he makes $330 in super chats. $330 in super chats. What does that come out to? $210? $220? And Johnny gets $125 of that? Let's really do the math here. That leaves less than $100 for Mooby. Less than $100 for Mooby and his wife to split on Mondays and Tuesdays. Holy shit. Holy shit. I mean, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. Stop concerning yourself so much with other people's financials. No, we try to figure out how this show operates, you know, especially when it comes to comedians being underpaid. Stevie, if you were on there making $50, you wouldn't like it. And you would want somebody to say something. It's like, you know, and by the way, it's only...
Oh, Patrick, did you have problems this morning with your Cox box? Aaron's got this. He's already talked about shit cutters and COVID. He makes me so proud. Once I finish cleaning up our eggy messes, I'll be watching him like a doe-eyed teenager.
It's so weird because it's like April, if she hadn't been touched as a child, the AI has removed all of her trauma. She's confident. She's poised. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so that's good if Johnny's making $125 a show, but it really doesn't leave much money for the Scrimp household. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. He said it last week, not a few. Yeah, look, Stevie, I'm just sticking up for the talent. We're sticking up for the talent. So we're trying to figure it out. And yeah, when they say April couldn't do a show, she was busy last night. It's like, no. You guys do shows. You guys do a morning show. You guys do an evening show. You guys do shows. You don't paint rooms in the evening. You don't watch CSI. There's no binging Jack Bauer and 24. You only do shows. You're a show family. So when you're like, April couldn't do a show last night, she was busy. I look at you like Chad when he goes, I'm going to be doing my show at 9 p.m. tonight. Chad said this last night. Chad's moving his Mazer show, his sit-down Zumock show to 9 p.m. Eastern. And he said the reason is it frees up his days which he needs because he's always busy running around. And it's like, let me tell you from an unemployed comedian perspective, I don't do a lot of running around. I don't do a lot of running. Where's he running? Where's Chad always walking to and biking to? You hear me, Chad? Where are you off to? Are you some sort of courier? You know, what's going on? She was busy picking up another shift at the factory. April AI would do a great show. We do have the April AI today. It's great. It's activated. He would never let her have control like that. He's afraid she will do a better job. I'm kidding, of course. Of course. Of course, April could never do a show on her own. She doesn't talk on the regular show. So we get it. We get it. All right, but I'm glad we're back. I'm glad the internet's working. Lots to discuss today. I really like the dynamic of what's changed. And by the way, I know what's going to happen. I know what the reactions will be. Kevin won't care about Bob going on there and giving all that stuff out. Bob's going to act like it's not a big deal because it's his stepdaughter. He can dox her or out her or give her name or her stuff if he wants. And I guess he's right. But it's just funny how big of a stink was made about Chad doing it. And now, you know, you could do a whole alternate steel toe show with the AI and it would be 10 times more amazing than the real thing. Yeah, maybe. And we'll find out soon, I think. Moody's working on something that's going to be great. So welcome, everybody. We do have Steel Toe. He's got to do an hour by himself to get a lot of the donations out of the way. Corn Div says, take me to Sherwin-Williams.
It's off. I was only joking.
Take me to Valspar.
But somebody's got to get fired for this, right? Like, I know government, education, nobody ever gets fired. Nobody gets held accountable. But like at your job, if your job was like you were in charge of warning people about bad shit.
He's always laying it out on the table for you. What if you couldn't see his motions, man? You're really missing half the show. Because he does a lot of hand stuff.
Fired for that.
Mooby does a lot of hand stuff, if you know what I mean, fellas.
Sent via St. Cloud State messaging service. Active shooter on campus. Run, hide, fight. Which, by the way, the fight one is a terrible idea unless you have a gun. Run, hide, fight. Maybe like if he walks by.
I mean, it's in that order, you fucking mope. That's the advice in order. First option, run. If the shooter's too close and he can see you run away and you're in danger, hide. If there's nowhere to hide and the shooter's approaching you and you're about to meet your maker, hear me out. Fight. He doesn't understand that. He's like, you can run, you can hide, or you can fight. He thinks it's like a choose-your-own-adventure video game.
Disregard last message. Suspicious individual on campus. Stay inside. Do not let anybody in. Description, male individual, dark sweatshirt, light pants, flat rim hat. Okay, there's a difference between...
Uh-oh, is this going to get racial?
There's some creep out there, and he's just walking around being a weirdo, and... there's a guy shooting people on the campus. Somebody asked.
I mean, I don't know about you. How big was your college campus? My campus was sprawling. You know, several city blocks. You know, whole different areas of dorms and couples living and, you know, different colleges, college of nursing, college of engineering, college of, you know, science, college of aerospace, college of business, you know, massive campus. I can't imagine back then getting an alert being like, there's a suspicious guy on campus. It's like, yeah, there's millions of them. They work here. They go to school here. It's a big campus. How do you know when like a suspicious guy is on campus? How little is your campus?
I don't know if you've ever been sick before.
No. Did Mooby just say, I don't know if you've ever been sick before?
Just sharten your pants. Sit in the... Trucker 18-wheeler with $5 says KO it now so Geno doesn't get anything. No. You guys don't understand. If we knock out the goal before Geno gets here, Geno gets everything. Remember we did it with Stevie Lou last week? Once the goal is hit, the co-host gets everything. So if you guys knock out the goal now, Geno gets it all.
That's a little misleading, right? If we reach the goal, which is $305 today, if we reach the goal, Geno gets everything. But what he really is saying is, if we reach the goal, I get all that, and anything else Geno gets. That's what he's really saying. But you hear how he's phrasing it? Guys, if we reach the goal before Geno gets here, he gets everything. No. He gets everything else on top of that. What a piece of shit this guy is. What a piece of shit this guy is. And so Stevie Lou, it's very simple-minded to be like, don't count other people's money. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. Everything this guy does with money is a grift. Everything this guy does with money is like your grandpa. Look over here, shiny corner. Meanwhile, over here, he's getting one ready to pull out of your ear or stick it up your ass. Stick it up your what? Stick it up your what? I did it all for the Tukey. The what? The Tukey. The what? So you can lick my dookie and stick it up your what? Okay. So it just anything with money just seems to be like sketchy with this guy. And the way he worded that, and by the way, he did it twice. He circled back and did it twice. If you guys meet the goal, he gets everything. He gets everything. It's like he gets none of the goal. You're using Geno to try to raise you $300. Guys, if you hurry up and give me $300, everything else goes to Geno. It's like, oh, we know.
For the Little Squirts rooms, we chose 6,364 egg white. Create a welcoming environment with this creamy, warm white. With its peach undertone, this white pairs wonderfully with warm neutrals. Take me to the tints. Mug-ah-ho-oh-oh, brother.
Mug-ah-oh, brother. I got to turn the overlays back on. They don't work when the internet goes out. There we go. Boom. Everything is a scam. Speaking of Tukey, he'll be live today at 4 p.m. Yeah, big MLC today. Who knows? This could really swing back the other direction for Mr. Zumock. From what I understand, Kevin has a giant doxing reveal planned today. Carl from Who Are These Podcasts will be on today. And apparently Carl has paid for a complete rendering of Chad Zumock's record. So I guess they're going to be reading Chad's quote-unquote 38-page arrest record on the show. That's rough. That's rough. It'll be interesting. Kind of like having a premium service that is always running behind the cheaper show. Huh? I don't know what that means. No moral compass whatsoever. Keeps telling his fans to spend recklessly on him. What a sick F. I don't like creamy, warm white. Tukey will not be live. Tukey said he will be live. Tukey, whoa! I can't do it right. AI Tukey can't even do it right. I find it pretty sad that Geno is in the spot he's in. He can be really funny and compelling. He used to be great on the Artie Lang direct TV show with giant peanut-headed Mike Bichetti. Chad will go into the overdrive on defense today. MLC part 1 of 35 today. Chad sounds like a badass. Bob has a record. Oh, no. Oh, no. As long as Chad rakes in that cheddar, he'll be fine. Chad should snipe Carl. I mean, he will, doesn't he? He snipes every day. Snipes every day. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, it is Ian Hawk Week over here on the Nobody Likes Onions program. We got to give all the credit in the world to Ian Hawk. He's running the Discord. He's making briskets. He's donating memberships. He gives money. Ian Hawk, everybody. We don't say it enough. It's Ian Hawk morning on Ian Hawk week on Ian Hawk month. And he gets really, really, really sensitive when you don't acknowledge him. So you see him in the chat. You see him on the Discord. Make sure you say, Ian, you're doing a great job, buddy. Pay for Overdose for old material because YouTube is more current. You pay more and get less. I don't know what that means. I mean, if you think there's more on YouTube than Overdose, you're super stupid, super dumb. So you don't know what you're talking about. Join the Overdose. Again, all up to date. The show last night, Legion of Skanks, is online. Go listen on the dose. Hit it, ape. Let's go, ape. Say those words.
In an active shooter situation, the advice most people would follow is run, hide, or fight. I don't know what we're teaching our kids. Oh, you're asking what Steel Toe would do? I would wake up the day before the shooter would have shot a single person. Using my great judge of character I've developed over my 2 marriages, I could detect him simply by walking past him in St. Cloud. I would turn up at his house, and when most people would knock, I would use the kinesthetic senses I developed while sparring 7-year-olds and enter through the side door. I would sneak up on the would-be shooter while he's masturbating to images of April, and then I would break his arm for sexualizing my scrimp. His mom would see the whole thing go down and be so attracted to me that I invite her back to my place for a threesome, but just as we start, April would have to go and repaint the kids' rooms for Labor Day, so it's just me and the shooter's mom, and ironically, I end the day by shooting her with my steel cum. This is my cum.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Holy shit, was that a narrative? Am I right? Holy shit, that was a good one.
Oh, my God. And then yesterday in bed when I was really sick and I couldn't hold down any chow, she brought me broth. I drank broth out of a coffee cup like an AIDS patient yesterday.
Is it gay? Is it gay? Is it gay? I don't know. Is it gay? Is it gay? Is it gay? I don't know.
That's really true. Uh-oh.
He's talking about being held down and her dumping broth in him. What is happening?
Pussy shit. She would...
Ah!
I don't know. Wrong Hole Rick says Aaron could shit through a screen door without leaving a stain. I wish you were lying, buddy. I really do. I thought it was weird that a woman acted on her own without being summoned. I think she did poison you, says Papa Dan. So that's the theory. April, we're working on an April poisoning angle. But would it hurt my hips? Would it give me like the flu aches and shit like that?
Would it hurt my hips? Is that what he just said? I don't care. Listen to me, men. You know, I hate to get all Jordan Peterson on you, but hey, men out there, don't talk about your hips hurting.
Bullshit, Aaron. You'd hide under your cheap desk while I grab my rifle from under the bed. I'd protect you while laying down cover fire. These hoes ain't loyal and neither are you. Chicken shit, bitches. Swallow that broth, boy. Swallow that broth.
Ah! Confident April is fucking hilarious. Confident April is fucking hilarious. This is my favorite new voice. I mean, that honestly, that's the best voice we have. Aaron and April are pretty good. They're pretty accurate. Swallow that broth, boy. Swallow that broth. Broth boy is the new gay. PLI. What up, broth boy?
They're saying when Geno gets here, just let him take the stick today. I don't know. I can do it. I can look, man, I can host today.
Take the stick. Do not go, my hips are sore. As a man, all I think of is another man grabbing your hips and making them sore. You know what I mean? Why are my hips sore? Don't go on the internet and say things like this, Aaron. Don't do this. I know you know how it all works.
Apparently, this Detroit TSA worker
Broth boy.
wasn't taking the dog for a pull around the or a walk around the airport. He was taking the dog for a pull.
My hips are sore.
Fuck up my own joke.
I'm on
Leave me alone.
tonight.
I'm sweating.
You know, I'm
bubble
sweating broth and my hips are really tight.
Let's check it out. This is from the Detroit airport. Let's see. Look, let's see if the Detroit airport is maybe overreacting, or maybe this gentleman.
Pour the broth with a tube and a funnel.
Let's take a look.
Broth boy.
That's not so bad. I mean, the video's a minute 30 seconds. Okay, that's a little dickish. What is he doing? He's like, is he like doing an impression of like when you watched cartoons, like the old castle guards would march back and forth in front of the castle wall, like hup hup hup.
Oh,
hup.
Aaron's dumb.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
Oh, he's snapping that dog.
Dude, give him a second. Like the minute this guy
He's like whipping that dog around on a leash. I don't like that.
dog and lifts him up in the air, give the dog a second to follow the leash. He'll be okay.
You know, people like to. We got Fearless in the chat, so I got to watch what I say. You know, I trained my dog. My dog is leash trained. I'll say this. I'm the first one to admit she's worse on a leash now than she is off a leash. She heals off a leash almost flawlessly. But when I train my dog on the leash, you gotta. I got the what are the prong collar, and people see these prong collars and they freak out. You see a prong collar and you go like, that's mean, that's cruel. You shouldn't use a prong collar. That looks like it hurts. And first of all, like I would never do anything to my dog I wouldn't do to myself. I put a prong collar on my arm, pull it as tight as you can pull it. You're not going to hurt yourself. The prongs aren't like sharp. They're not pointy. They don't dig into the dog's skin. And the way a good prong collar properly put on and fitted is it'll distribute the pressure around the dog's neck. It does, have pressure points. But, they do work. My dog, the prong collars for dogs that pull on leashes will help your dog. A flat collar is bad news for a dog that pulls. You see these people at the park and stuff, their dogs pulling the whole time. They got a flat collar. They're just choking themselves. You'll collapse your dog's fucking windpipe with a flat collar. So, when I'm walking my dog on a leash, I give strong, sharp corrections. It looks cruel. People will look at me with my dog and go, hey, do you need to jerk her like that? Well, I'm not jerking her. I'm just giving her a strong correction on the leash. A pop. Because pulling on a leash, teaching your dog to walk with a tight leash is fruitless. You don't want to do that. So you've got to just immediately correct them back into position and then let them have a loose leash again so that they get used to walking with a loose leash. But for a dog like mine that pulls, the prong collar has been a savior. She doesn't pull with a prong collar. She doesn't pull with a prong collar. Easy walk harness, 100%. Yeah, I do. Look, you can have a harness. I don't have a harness. But people give shit about the prong collars. A properly fitted, properly used prong collar is not the end of the world. And then go to what's the you just don't want a flat fucking collar on your dog. Everybody thinks it's such a good idea. You're choking your dog. You're a monster, Pat. I trained all my dogs with prong collars. They're not bad. They're not bad. People just don't know how to use them. You know what I mean? Tension on the leash keeps your dog hyped up. Yeah, don't teach your dog to be, don't teach your dog that having tension on the leash is normal. My dog is too smart, and I figured out he could pull on his easy walk harness. Yeah, I don't know about harnesses, man. I'm not into the harnesses. If anyone commented on how I walk my dog, they get slapped. Yeah, but it's just like there are people who are just so fucking. You see them like they've done no research, they've done no work. They treat their dogs like shit. They don't. Citizen M says just get a cat. Send Fearless a link for Dog Talk with Patrick. That's the leash Caesar Milan uses. We call it a retriever leash where I live. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a better tool. Look, people who don't know what they're doing shouldn't get a prong collar for their dog because they're just going to keep it tight like they do a regular leash, and that's not good. A prong collar is for somebody who knows how to use a prong collar. My dog is 17, blind, deaf, and obese rat terrier. She's a ticking SOB bomb.
Oh, my God. What do I do if Geno's not here yet and my guts start bubbling? Because, honestly, I think
the harness attaches to the front to give you control. I've used a harness on almost every dog. I believe
I finally got to bed, and then waking up at 4 is the longest I've gone without shitting my brains out the last 24 hours. So I was kind of thinking to myself, like, oh, no, what if it, what if something...
Just skip the dog, get yourself a Hummel figurine or something.
Damn straight your hips are sore. I rode you like a stag on my aunt's farm, even while you were squirting sick eggs everywhere. Your hips hurt? Who's my broth boy? Broth boy, eat that liquid meat boy.
My aunt's stag farm? Is that what she said? Who writes the backstories to this stuff? This is wild. Stevie Lou, we're going to get to you later. Fearless sent me all this dirt on you. You've been up to no good, boy. You know your own dog. They're all different. Everyone's dog is dope. Yeah, just but don't keep your dog on a tight collar. That's the number one lesson from all this.
I don't think they'll go in.
People who walk their dogs like on a leash, but your dog's pulling you the whole time, your dog's training you. Your dog's teaching you. Don't let your dog walk with a tight leash. What do you think we're doing?
File. And then here we go. Look. Whoop.
My neighbor told me that he can't get his dogs to walk on a leash so they don't go on walks. And I took my dog, had her sit off leash, took the leash off her, put it on his dog, and in 2 minutes I had his dog healing and walking alongside of me. You got to learn how to talk to your dog. What's that? Fearless posted a link to a book about, but the leash is how you communicate with your dog. So if you're just letting your dog pull your leash and have a tight leash all the time, your communication line is broken. He's learning nothing. He's hearing nothing. Your leash is how you tell your dog what you want. Or, further down the road, an e-collar or something like that. But in 2 minutes, I had this guy's dog who he said was impossible to walk. It's just like once you learn to communicate with a dog, it's not hard, guys. They want to do what you want them to do. They don't know what you want them to do. They're confused. They're dumb. They're dogs.
So people like that. Okay. We like the Andy Beckett thing. Ryobi says, he's gonna poop.
Ryobi is a perfect name for his chat room. I picture everybody in that chat room has Ryobi tools. If you have a Ryobi tool, I don't want to,
Thanks, buddy. Fauci's Pangolin says, that's great news. April has AIDS too. Nope, just me, Andy Beckett. I am the
other people do this other thing. They're like, come. Your dog doesn't know if you're giving it a command if you're whining to it. Come, sit, heel, load, off. Give it a command and let it know that this is a command. You're not petting it. You're not going, come. It really, once it clicks, it's like crazy. Because I had a dog, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing with it in my 20s. Just a little research. It's not hard. You'll have such a better life with your dog and experience. Just by I don't know, God forbid, step into their world for a minute. You know what I mean?
Again.
I love dogs. Sorry, I love my dog.
Away from knock.
I just bought a Makita hammer drill and impact driver. Heard from a trade friend that Ryobi was one of the worst. Yeah, Makita's actually turning into shit. Makita used to be a really great brand. And now I think it's all Japanese shit. Or half of their stuff now is made in Japan or something.
Flamed rectum. Feels so much.
Makita used to be a solid brand. I'll trust any Makita guy, Milwaukee guy. I'm a DeWalt man.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I prefer an Andy Beckett reference. Aaron,
I have everything I have is DeWalt, from my orbital sander to my impact driver to my shop vac.
instead of the cutout. That's a good point. Hung Solo, I keep a bucket with a garbage bag in it when I have the shits. Oh, God. Oh, come on. No.
Gross. What are they talking about? Just liquid shits?
Get your ass up and walk.
I just need a drill for around the house.
Wolf says, I always thought of Aaron as more of a Jenny from Forrest Gump. Should we just give me different AIDS characters? Here, Jenny from Forrest Gump. Here.
They're all owned by the same people now. I'm a Milwaukee man, but respect the DeWalt game. The batteries get you. Yeah, once you're on a battery system, like I'm on the DeWalt XR. Everything I have is like an XR. But the FlexVolt Milwaukee stuff is pretty good. But yeah, once you're in a battery system, it's hard to switch because it's like I have 9 batteries for all my tools, 3 chargers, and you just get kind of locked in. We use choke chains at dog shows, but they all know how. But they all know heel and leave it, so you never have to use it anyway. Patrick knows his stuff. Yeah, leave it. Yeah, I just like. I go to the park and I watch people with their dogs, and it's just like, Jesus Christ.
Right there. See, look, and then I can crop it, and then we just got her head. Get Forrest's goofy ass out there. I'm sorry, everyone.
One of Mooby's classic visual bits, guys. I'm glad we could be here for this.
And I took a lot of dick, like miles and miles of dick, and I got some kind of virus. The doctors don't know what it is, but they can't cure it, and it looks like I'm a goner. So I appreciate everyone helping us out, and I just I don't. Oh my God!
It's almost like he saw MLC last week and is trying to do my bit. It's almost like he saw MLC last week and he's trying to do that bit where I go, everybody, I'm Corey Adam. Yeah, I guess I'll be swinging back now. You know what I mean? I'll just be, I'm in charge of me swinging back, so I'll be the one. I'll pretty much be swinging back. Look out, everybody. I'm Corey Adamsons. Is he trying to do that? Because that's what it seems like. But he sucks at everything. He 100% saw me do that and is now trying to, like, spice up his show doing bits. Does anybody doubt it? Does anybody doubt it? This guy sucks.
I want a decent close-up of Tommy Morrison. Here we go. Save image.
Even Stevie Lowe, Stevie Lowe's like, you were the first one. No. But he hasn't done that for years. He saw it last week and he's like, wow, that's a great idea. I didn't make a big deal out of it. I didn't go on and do it and go, guys, did you see I made overlays with a mouth cut out? I'm truly innovative. No. That's not what happened. It's like Chad yesterday going like, I think I'm going to start putting my donation people up on the wall like Patrick. It's like, I didn't invent it, but it looks weird if you start doing it right now. I didn't invent it, but I mean, you are able to do it. I'm not the first guy to put things on the wall. Looks weird if you start doing it. I'm just going to let you know that.
I'm glad you guys were here, and I'm glad I could share my final moment.
Yeah, he's trying to do he is trying to do this bit.
Andy Beckett, and I got Tommy Morrison. I got all the AIDS people. Oh, Freddie Mercury. That's another good one. Coconut Dip with $5 says, what's your favorite scene from Mad Men? I believe it was the one where Tommy Morrison got AIDS. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of kidding a minute ago. He's got 9 of them loaded up, just like I did. He's like, oh, look, I'm Adam. Oh, look, I'm Ray. Oh, look, I'm Chad. Oh, I'm Chad, everybody. Mud Shark. Ah! He's got them all loaded up. He's got Levy. Yeah, Mud Shark loves misery. Mud Shark loves misery. He's got them all loaded up. So he did see it and go like, that's a great idea. But he doesn't know how to like do graphics. So he just puts square pictures over his head and goes, I'm the queen. Make fun of it all you want, Stevie. That's 100% what happened here.
In just a little bit.
Hey, that's a great idea. I'll try it.
Copy invite link. Send it to her.
I'd bet money on it. I don't care. It's just funny. It's funny.
Just a wee bit. Where is he? Where is that stupid fuck?
Well, I saw Misery Love Clips posted a Ski Mask is very mad at me, and Jim Stansman. I don't know them. I wish them the best of luck. Nothing bad to say about them. I don't know them. But they hate me, and I get it.
Been seen in 25 years, neighbors say. There was a man missing in the UK. He'd been gone 25 years. Nobody knew where he was.
Okay, you're right. I'll say it. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not making fun of it. It's like he saw gifted memberships and then copied that. It's not like he's copying it. These are features available for everyone, but like he has no original inspiration for anything. He's not tuned into the world. He can't come up with something on his own. He said, "You suck." That's it. Yeah. He hates me. They didn't think you were good on MLC. I mean, can you imagine that? Can you just like say that in your head and then not laugh? I can't. Okay, that eggshells and scrimp on toast diet is catching up to him. Yeah, why is he always sick? This is the second or third time he's been sick since we've been following him. Why is he always sick?
When your dad dies, isn't he technically your property anyway? Let him. You know, I mean, I know one guy who they wish they could have kept in the freezer. Tommy Morrison wanted to be kept in the freezer after he died of AIDS. Oh, man, I really would have loved that. Maybe they could have brought me back after they found a cure. See?
That's sad. And then he always goes, see? I know who they wanted to bring back. Tommy Morrison. Oh, I wish they would have brought me back. See? That's what he does. It's so funny. He does these impressions and bits, and they just land nowhere because there's no one around to, like, react. And he goes, see? And it's like, yeah, we saw, man. We saw.
Broadcaster L1 that his father died a year and a half ago at the age of 101. Oh, I'm sorry. The son is 82. The dad was 101. I didn't want to lose him. I would miss him, the man said.
Geno.
He kept his father in the freezer so he could talk to him. Now, if this was a 25-year-old man, I would...
says so.
But it's a little 82-year-old man, and he's like, oh, I was going to miss my dad, and I just wanted to talk to him, so I kept him in the freezer.
This guy literally, he has like shirts like I had in 2003. It's like, do you have a Captain America shirt? Adult?
Part of life. But at 82, I mean, that's kind of sweet.
Hulkamania and stuff. I mean, literally, he has like the clothing collection of an 8-year-old boy. Hulkamania? Captain America? Where's your G.I. Joe collection?
Apparently, though, that's illegal. Again, I think if your 101-year-old...
Stevie Lou, stop sucking up to this guy. You're better than this guy, Stevie. You're better than this guy. You're a comic. You know humor. You know this is cornball, Midwestern tripe. You know it. I know it. Join the dark side. Just admit it. Geno's going to come on here and steamroll this guy. You know it. I don't even know Geno, but Geno is like a 10 coming in with a 2 here. Aaron's a 2. Aaron's got, you know what's going to happen is going to be like Bob Levy. Aaron's going to be like Bob Levy, and Geno's going to be like the Legion of Skanks. Bob Levy's not going to get a word in edgewise, neither is Aaron. He's going to get run over. He's going to get out-funnied. It's going to be great. But they're buddies. Yeah. But you have to understand, I don't know Geno, so I can't really like comment on Geno's psyche or Geno's habits or predilections. I know Aaron. Here's what I know about Aaron. He's narcissistic as fuck. He thinks he's alpha. He has to come out on top. He's literally what he makes fun of in Crowder. If he could have a button, and by the way, every clip I see of Crowder now, I see him with this hand, like go down here under his desk, and like you can tell he's hitting buttons under his desk. I wonder to myself, what is he signaling to his people? Because he clearly just has all these signals and buttons down below his desk. And it's like, what's going on with Crowder? But what I do know about Aaron is he's got to be the funniest on the show. He's got to be the best. Geno's going to play nice today. No, I know. Geno's probably going to cuck out. But I think Geno's like a little fooled by Steel Toe. Yeah, so I don't know. On the Geno side, I don't really know. But what I do know is Aaron doesn't like to not be the funniest guy in the room. Aaron does not like to not get the last laugh. Aaron doesn't like to let other people talk. That's going to be tough with Geno. Geno talks. Geno is a grimy gypsy goon. Can you imagine your father wearing a Captain America shirt? I'd fucking get in a car wreck and leave him to die. So much for my little emails. Stevie got scared and blocked me again. Guess addressing him one time was too much for him. If that's true, Stevie Lou's a bitch. Stevie Lou, if you've blocked Fearless, unblocked Fearless, blocked Fearless, unblocked Fearless, blocked Fearless, unblocked Fearless, you're a bitch. What's going on? I don't know men who go into the block button like you go into the block button. I've never seen a guy block people so much. Are you a man? Are you a man? Blocking a girl? Fuck off. What a puss. Breadline Brennan isn't some great situation with his janitor gig, Patrick. It's not some easy gig in a nice building. He's cleaning up literal shit in a ghetto hood building. I don't know if people know that for sure. Is that Patty C. Cups? What does Carl call him now? Patty Sugar Gliders? Geno is a low-level New York comic and spent many, many years begging Artie Lang for 5 minutes on Artie's show. It's a sad world. Geno is the most sought-out guest in this very small inner circle. Aaron has a Midwest. Aaron is a Midwestern Svengali. And he's got everybody in the Midwest under some spell. I'm not dealing with that psycho bitch. She has mental issues. Yeah, that's half of what makes her hot. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk to a stable woman. How boring. I got him to mention the Sosa bit. No, again, we missed it. Geno just canceled?
In an ambitious field trial in New South Wales.
Is that real?
The aim is to test a method for protecting
Geno just canceled
against widespread disease that causes blindness, infertility.
No, I agree. Geno's hairline isn't bad. He should stop wearing that bandana. It makes him look balder than he is. I don't deal with psycho cunts, Patrick. She's bad news, dog. You're a bad news dog. Patty Broken Skull, Patty Puke Water. He has to go mod Steel Toe Morning Show up with that block finger. Yeah, I don't like emotional nuts like that or blocking people all the time. You can't be a mod and have that finger.
Wales. That means vaccinating around 50 animals. Shit.
Stevie from Chad earning 8 months worth of ski mask super chats. To Bob letting Lewis laugh in his daughter's OnlyFans. Kevin almost cried. I mean, they made jokes about her sitting on Bob's lap and Bob doing things with her. It was all fun and games.
Stop koalas from getting chlamydia.
Hey, Lance, I know your aunt loves to lie. Is this real or not? Did Geno actually cancel? People are saying Geno really canceled.
Koalas not get cheese dick? Now scientists want to understand the impact of vaccinating a population of wild koalas.
I'm in control.
To evaluate what percentage of the koalas we need to vaccinate.
Yeah, you sound like a nut, man.
Reduce infection and disease.
Smoke a bowl,
Is
Stevie.
this kind of their trial run to see if they can do the same thing to the LGBT community with monkeypox? That would be good.
I want just 4 hours of Aaron playing applause over himself. Is this so they can just make the gays do the monkeypox? Thank you. I mean, seriously, though, these transes, am I right? I know. I just like, God, sometimes you just want to get in blackface and get shock out to do the thing. Come on. Thank you, guys. You're too kind. That's what he's doing now?
A public health problem. I mean, that's maybe. If we can take this...
Stevie, what is she doing to you? Can you call into the show and explain the problem? What is she doing to you to make you block her? She says she didn't even do anything. I'm out, he says.
I did Imodium yesterday, which is supposed to apparently like concrete.
Geno pulled an Alex Stein on Pod Awful, canceled 5 minutes before the show.
You're not doing so hot.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I don't know if it worked or not.
He's deflated as fuck because his buddy canceled on him. His best buddy.
Of course.
And now he's got to do 3 more hours alone, and he had it all planned. He was going to be doing it with his best buddy sidekick, Geno, his headliner that he's flying out.
Talk about today. Before we do, Stoney's Bar in downtown Rockville, our friends at Stoney's with Stoney's Garage.
Oh,
the
no.
patio is now open, and it's got that walk-in bar right there connected to the patio.
The patio is now open at Stoney's. Wait till you hear this. I got an email from Dave Hughes. Now, Dave Hughes during the last prize night, not the last prize night, the one before that, the one at the end of March. Dave Hughes won Stoney's gift cards and Midland Armory gift cards. Now, how they give those out is they go, Dave Hughes in the chat, give him a gift card. So they did that twice to him. He won 2 gift cards by calling them out. For a month, April ignored Dave Hughes' emails. He couldn't collect his prizes. This is what they're doing. On top of everything else, like you don't get your shit. People aren't getting their stuff. I've received 3 different reports since we started doing this of them not giving people their stuff. April didn't answer this guy's emails. I called it out a couple of weeks ago. I said, April's not answering Dave Hughes' emails. What do you know? Miraculously, within 48 hours, she answered the email. No, they don't listen. Dave Hughes messaged me this a couple days ago. Just received this message from April last night. Kind of weird considering they've been doing a victory lap and saying everything from prize night was mailed out. They do this constantly. They promote coffee 2 weeks before it's available, shoot their whole promotional wad before you can capitalize on it. They're the worst people. They have no business skills. They have no skills. Here we go.
Oh my God, it's Lil B. I'm in an underground party in New York. All the hipster girls. I need all the hipster girls to come to the front. Lift your shirts up and shake your ass. All the hipster girls, shake your butt. Hipster girls, shake your ass.
Watch yourself. Show me what you're working with. That was from Dalish. Hey, look. All right, here we go. Dave Hughes said, just received this message from April last night. Kind of weird because they've been doing a victory lap saying they've mailed everything from prize night out. Again, this is May 6th. He hasn't received his prizes from the end of March. For some reason, I can't precisely find the prize you won. It was Stoney's, right? I'm surprised you can't find it, April. What with all the great record keeping, ripping up little slips of paper, scribbling things down in a frenzy. April can't find the prize he won. It was Stoney's, right? Great organization. What a fucking joke. There's been another prize night since I won something. Just got a new message from April. I lost it somewhere, so I'll send you a couple extra Stoney's cards that I have. They'll be bigger than whatever your prize was. I was hoping they'd send an I'm sorry hoodie so I could rag on the quality. So they don't even know. Email. This is a great prank. This is a great idea. Next time they have a prize night, just start emailing April. God, I'm burping coffee today. Hard. Just start emailing April and start going, hey, I was in the chat and you said I want a Stoney's gift card. Hey, I was in the chat. You said I want a Midland Armory gift card. If she gets 50 emails that say that, she'll be so confused. She'll be so confused. They don't keep records, so they don't know who wins what. But they certainly are lying about everything, I'll tell you that much.
He was just on after Tucker. So that makes me feel really good that his ratings have gone in the shitter, because I don't think I want to live in a...
Sound familiar? It sounds like Mersh, right? That sounds like Mersh. I'm having a great week. I'm in a great mood because my enemy's life is in the shitter. You know, I don't like most of you. You know, Stevie Lou's being weird. We got a lot of hate from different people in the chat. You know, Legion of Skanks hates me. Red Bar hates me. Stancil, who I don't even know, hates me. Ski Mask is underwhelmed with my whatever, you know. So very unpopular cat over here. But either way, we keep it sorry, I'm sidetracked as fuck. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's interesting. I can't read that though right now. We do have a Discord, and we'd love you to be a part of it. Let me give you an invite that we can post in the chat room. But don't.
My scrimp shake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right, it's more rancid than yours.
The Brandon Network, everybody loves me now. The Brandon Network is not the guy who donated all the money. Don't give him credit for that. This is not the same guy. Is the Brandon Network going, remember when I donated $500? You didn't. You're not the guy. Stop taking credit for it. It's like when I took credit for donating $400 to Opie. It wasn't me. I was just trying to flush out whoever the fake onion was that did it. Stevie is here. He must have blocked me too. Good. Yeah, I mean, I can't get on board with a guy who blocks people. Stevie Lou, you can't say other people are emotional or broken when you're blocking people. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a grown man and you're married, right? A grown man who's running around blocking people and unblocking people all day. Like, I can't even imagine doing that maintenance, but yeah, you do have mental issues. It's you.
All these bitches is my sons, and I'ma go and get some bibs for 'em. A couple formulas, little pretty lids on 'em. If I had a dick, I would pull it out and piss on 'em. Plus, let me shake it off. I just signed a couple deals. I might break you off.
Aaron and Mercer, drama queens. I like it when people I hate are miserable, unhappy twats. Yeah, I don't know. You don't get anywhere wishing bad things on people. It's not good for your psyche. And more importantly, it distracts from your goals and your intentions. You shouldn't put too much energy into like trying to wish bad vibes on people. Like, and by the way, you don't have to on idiots. You know what I mean? Like you're playing to a bunch of psychos, Patrick. No. First of all, of course I am. We're on YouTube. I'm a psycho. You're a psycho. Everybody here is a psycho. I have no doubt that Fearless is batshit crazy. I've met women. But maybe not any more than anybody else. He's obsessed with me. I'm obsessed with a grown man who blocks people. I find it very, very funny and gay. Because not only do you block people, you run around like blocking and unblocking. It's more that it's the maintenance of it. It's like, today I'm going to unblock them, but if they do one more thing, I'll reblock them. One day you blocked and unblocked her like 6 times. You know what I mean? Like, that's you. You look nuts. It's not her. She doesn't look crazy. You look fucking bananas, dog. Good morning. You're on the Onions.
Listen, you lived in New York City, right?
Yeah.
When you took the subway and you're just minding your business, going about your day, and some psychopath comes in and starts acting out, being irrational, trying to talk to you when you don't know them, taking their dick out, shitting on the floor. What you do as a New Yorker is you move to the other subway car and you don't let them bother you anymore.
Well,
What the
first of
roof
all, when
does-
somebody gets on the subway and whips their dick out, maybe it's because you were on your knees with your tongue out, cross-eyed, going, "Hit me, daddy."
Fair point. I do that.
You look like an e-girl crawling around.
Yes.
No,
So that's all
look,
I'm
people get
saying,
on the
man.
subway in New York doing crazy shit all the time. You just ignore them. You just ignore them.
So no, well, if they go overboard and they think that now they have some sort of
What kind
personal
of energy do you
relationship
have?
with
What kind of
you.
energy on a subway do you put out that makes people put their dicks on you?
You said you lived in New York City, didn't you? You said
Yeah,
you
but
take the
nobody ever
subway,
whipped
it's a
their
lot of
nobody
fucking-
ever whipped their dick out at me. They do it. To small women, and then I laugh.
Not as handsome as me. I get it.
Maybe that's it. Maybe
Listen, ask those people who have a problem with me, where did it start and what's the basis of the problem, and you'll get no good answer, and then we'll have our solution that these people are psychos and they've created a little Stevie Lou monster in their head, and
yeah, but what
they're waging
what
for
happened
war.
with
I
this?
don't know.
What happened with this fearless chick? Why? How did this
You'll
all
have
start?
to ask her. Exactly. I don't know. I honestly don't know. She was like messaging me out of the blue about some stuff about memorabilia, and then now, fast forward to a few weeks, she's been fucking spamming the chats that I do shows and sending all sorts of weird messages to people about me. So I don't know. It's weird. I'm cool with it. It's part of the show. So just wanted to clear that up.
Why are you blocking her? What she said? What is she saying that makes
Like I
you
said, that
block
was-
her?
Go back to the subway thing. When people start acting really irrational and being weird, I'm just like, all right, I'm out.
What's irrational though? She's messaging you about memorabilia.
No, bro, that's not it. If you want, I'm not really into going tit for tat and sending emails to people about other people, but I got all these weird screenshots of shit that she's done, in the past couple of weeks that I just took evidence of just in case.
She says you're lying.
Again.
She says you're lying.
Oh, well, of course. Well, listen, have her call in and tell her what her problem is with me, and it's going to be a bunch of nonsense. So that's all I'll say.
All right. Fair
Thanks,
enough. I never thought I'd come around on Stevie Lou, but he's called into the show 2 times now and been nothing but rational. Stevie Lou makes Ray, compared to Ray, Stevie Lou's
Cut him loose. He fucking sucks. Steve Lou, don't sell tickets.
Is that Kevin? Compared to Ray, Stevie Lou's a goddamn dream. It seems like he can stay on topic, follow a thread of thought. Oh, Geno is on. You guys said he canceled. You fucks.
So I made sure I got the perfect.
Hold on. Were you guys fucking with me? Did Geno not cancel at all? Somebody's got to tell me what's happening with Geno. Because you guys all told me he canceled last minute. So we're not going to Geno until I get the real scoop about what's happened. I know Geno's on, but what happened? You guys all told me a minute ago he canceled. So why is he on now? Everyone just keeps going, Geno is on steel toe. Again, I know. And they keep going, he's on. Geno's on. Again, I know. I'm asking you what happened. You all said he wasn't on. You all said he canceled. Just lying. I never said that. I almost forgot about Ray trying to smoke Lewis up. Yeah, remember yesterday Louis J. Gomez said that Ray DeVito tried to smoke an edible gummy bear in a pipe. He thought that's how weed works. Ray. You said everyone, Patrick. I never did. Calm down, you fuck nuts. Can you put it on? I'm going to put it on. I'm waiting till everyone tells me to stop putting it on and tells me that it's on. You guys all told me it was off. You guys all told me Geno canceled. We didn't all tell you. I love how literal everyone is about everything. We're not all literal. You said everyone. Let's go to Geno, you fucking liars.
Whether it's because you came in here, you woke up early and you decided to do the show. And quite frankly, you're going to have to carry it comedically because I'm going to be doing this every 25 minutes. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that feels good. Oh, shit, my back.
Is it like
Why are his hips sore? I've never seen a grown man come on in the morning and be like, my hips are so sore.
the man we call Chad? And I'm like, and I'm like, oh yeah, and you lied. You literally said the guy from Stoney's flew out to beat you up. Do you understand? That's
How dumb is Geno? Like, how many times is Geno going to tell this lie? You literally said the guy from Stoney's flew out to beat you up. No one ever said that. Hello, the word literally means something. I know now it means not literally. He just said that. You literally said the guy from Stoney's flew out to beat you up. No one ever said that, Geno. Everyone's broken in their brains.
You ain't seen nothing till you're down on a muffin. Then you're sure to be a change in your ways. I met a cheerleader, was a real young bleeder.
Ugh.
On most of it because he was doing Legion of Skanks up here in New York.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I said, what did MLC make? And the guy just puts Larry David, a gif of Larry David from, the Curb going, meh. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'm telling you, I can't stop watching.
Yeah, the Herd is running those shows. They are pulling all the strings. They are the show. They're disgusting people. Like that MLC crowd, they are disgusting people. I want absolutely no part of them because you look at what they're doing to Kevin and Chad right now, and it's just like, dude, they want these two to die.
Yeah.
Like they want to kill these two. It's psychotic. Yeah. It's like that the experiment they used to do. Like, would you hit this button if you knew it was torturing someone? And like all they do is they hit the fucking button all day long.
And the actors in the other room, it's an actor going, ah!
Yeah.
He's literally
Look, Geno looks better without a headband, period. I know you guys are like, oh, the forehead. It's like, it's better than the headband, I'm telling you.
in the Coliseum. The people in the chat have become because
He just looks like an old Jew now.
It can't be fake. Like somebody gave Kevin a $400 super chat the other day. And if I may, as Keanu calls it, the Real Housewives of YouTube, I call it Vanderpump Rules MLC. One guy, and I've talked about this.
Great
I thought
bit.
it was hilarious.
Vanderpump Rules, great bit.
And then yesterday he gave 4 separate $100 super chats to Chad, and he said and I know. Like I'm so Andy Beckett. I'm such a piazza that I know some of the names. And this one guy, William Borgeson. Thank you. You're looking. That's actually better. You should keep that up. This one guy,
man. Oh, this guy wasn't shitting his pants all day. He's in much better shape than I am.
It's good for radio. See, and when you say you're shitting your pants, unlike Chad, you're not lying. I know you shit your pants. Good for you, buddy. There's one guy, William Borgeson, that Kevin calls Borgo, that literally gave Chad a couple $100 yesterday, and he said, well, I just did it. He tells Kevin, I did it because I feel bad for Chad. I don't know what's going on, but I have got my fucking popcorn.
They're doing
Mr. Beckett.
Yes, they're doing they're basically behaving the way the CIA or United States foreign policy does. Their army.
Aaron hates that Chad made $3,000 in super chats yesterday. $3,000 in super chats is 10 times what Aaron wants every day. 10 days of work for Aaron in one day for Chad. $3,000.
You guys are showing up. You're putting your head in stocks. People are paying for tomatoes, and they're chucking tomatoes at you.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. And here's my thing. The audience is enjoying it. That's all that matters. The audience is having fun. They're having a great time. But I do a show, you do a show, and then after we're done.
He's been this same narrative for months. We do a real show. We do a fun show. What's the difference anymore? At some point, your show just makes less and has fewer viewers. You're screaming about doing a real show. All that means to everyone is you make less money and less people watch it than every other show in this sphere. You know? The fuck are you talking about?
Nuts. We can't wait to hang out and be idiots together. I mean, do you understand? Like, that was the other thing that got me about the Chad thing. The second time was like, he wants to be my ally. Okay, I said this on the air yesterday. One, I never wanted to be your ally. But even if I did, Chad, let's say that you're me and I'm Chad, and you come on my show. Shouldn't the first thing I say is, by the way, Aaron, let's say you're, by the way, Aaron, I know I've been lying about you for the past 7-8 months, but if we're going to be allies and I want credibility, let me say this to the viewers. I lied. I lied about you lying. I apologize. Going forward, now that people know you're not a liar and I'm a big enough man to admit I lied and you can trust me, let's go forward. It's like, no, hey, welcome Aaron. He's a piece of shit, like I've been saying for 8 months, but now this piece of shit's on my side. Right. That's how retarded Chad is. And again, I'm not trying to destroy Chad. Please keep throwing the $100 super chat tomatoes at him, to use your fucking reference.
Yeah.
But that's how stupid they are.
It drives Steel Toe and Kevin nuts when other people get super chats.
Can't wait to form an alliance with Chad and hang out with him every day.
I was saying while I was off air, you guys probably didn't hear it when the internet was out, but I was saying, like, somebody said yesterday, like, they really do. It's like this scarcity. They really, you know, they subscribe to this whole scarcity principle where if any dollars go to anybody but them, they're like, that's a dollar I'll never get. I'll never get that dollar. They think like all the dollars are in a bucket that they have access to it if they don't get the dollars.
Yeah.
And I said, let me get my Charger pennant. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
it's been up forever.
Like when Kevin found out Borgo gave $300 to Chad, he almost shat himself live on the show.
You never know.
How is the subway? Like, is it just certain parts of it? Like, what's it like as people are protesting?
Get Stevie Lou back on and tell us about the subway.
Could have been choked out.
Yeah, the subway's fine. It happened. Like, I guess it was just going on one day on the weekend when I'm old, Aaron. I don't leave the apartment. I don't know what goes on. I just sit here. But New York is like excuse me, that's like the rest of New York. It's in one spot. They put it up and people think it's happening everywhere, and it's not. You know what I mean? Like New York is fine. But the parts, and that's the other thing I say about
Melton should start calling viewers and harassing them for super chats live. Yeah,
Godfrey's number, and eventually I'll reach out to him because
hey, you haven't given in forever, you loser piece of shit.
Your comedy information from two 60-year-old men that live in South Jersey is getting your fucking, getting your New York City crime report news from a guy that lives in his aunt's basement in Tennessee.
No.
And that's the news you're getting from people out there that don't realize, like, New York's like it's always been. If you go to certain places.
What's funny too is all these New York comics, maybe not Stevie Lou, but like Geno and stuff. Like Geno works at Compound Media, and Anthony Cumia himself has gone on the air and goes, I don't pay Geno enough to pay for rent. So Geno's poor. Look, this is a nice apartment in New York. I'll tell you right now. I guess he's in Harlem. Just looking at it, like lots of light. It seems spacious. This is a nice apartment in New York City. It's probably cost $3,500 if it's 2-bedroom. I don't know. This is a big apartment. A living room, a hallway, a dining room, a kitchen, 2 bedrooms. 1,000 square feet. It looks like, this is a bigger apartment. So that's a lot of money in New York City. And then Anthony Cumia is like, I don't pay him enough to pay rent. So these guys are very bitter about super chats. They don't like that Kevin's getting money. They don't like that Chad's getting money. They don't get it. I guarantee you $3,000 in one day for Chad. We know it's 10 days of money for Mooby. Who knows how many days of money for Geno that is? It drives them crazy. They can't stop talking about it. Like, yeah, I guess they just got all these idiots who keep giving. It's like, yeah, they do.
Like, who's old? Like my Aunt Olga used to say colored. She would say colored, which I find as comical as I do offensive, because guys like this don't know anything.
Somebody get Godfrey.
When I say the first person ever to say that word please was Thomas Jefferson on the preferences of his eHarmony profile.
Yes.
I never say that word lightly or darkly. I never say that word
without
knowing exactly I'm about to say it and why I'm about to say it. That's the difference between fucking racist, lazy old people like this dude and fucking wonderful people like me who can fashion the N-word into clever comedy.
Well, so I've called baseball games. I've done broadcasts.
I didn't know
and shit
that.
like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've you name a sport, I've called play-by-play. I came up in radio.
Now we're
Can they just go ahead and dock and get it over with? W man, $5. Don't think it eked by me. I saw it and I love ya. Thanks for being, believe it or not, our first super chat of the day. Can you believe how depressing this is? $5 from W man. Thank you so much. We got a long way to go to reach our $3,000 goal today. I watched it all. No way he got 3K, maybe half. No. We're not in one show. In the one show, apparently he got 1,700. That was the Borgo show. So you don't know what you're talking about. I never said he got it in one show. That's you not doing the math. He's rent controlled and it's $1,800 a month. He's discussed it here before. That's a great price for that apartment. For real. That's great. Warning, Melton. He says in words. Of course he does. All these guys like a Compound think that that's like top tier comedy. Even Stevie Lou probably is like a little too much with the N words all the time. I don't know why they keep saying Chad made 3K. It was Kevin. I'm telling you why. Because Chad made Kevin didn't make 3K. Kevin made 3K. What show were you watching? Was it all private? Did it all come in at the end of the hype train?
I'm going to ask you a question. And I agree, but have you, because me and you use the word, I'm going to be on. Someday we'll let people read our text. No. But we use no. That was Kevin Brennan. Kidding. But there's never a time. Has there ever been a time where you said it and be like, oops, I didn't mean to say that? Has there ever been a time where you're about to say the word Negro and the other one slips out because you flip-flopped them so much?
No.
Don't know if
who says Negro? What is going on? What is going on? Unless you're talking about baseball in the 20s, you know, the other 20s, 19.
His switch was on home, and now he fucking.
People really should be throwing more money at Patrick. It's a slap in the face. KB can't get 3K. No way. Can you stop the stream? I've got an important phone call to make.
So I'm more of
Gary Coe, figured I'd send you the money before you called to yell at me. Yeah, I'll be calling everyone. If you don't throw super chats at me, I'll be calling everyone here to yell. We've got your numbers.
This is just, hey, it's an older white guy, and he just calls it those leagues museum all the time.
And
all right.
Let me say one more thing. He bullet points it. That's why I keep doing this.
What if Geno is like, let me say one more thing?
Boom. He's like, let me tell you where we went. Boom. All right. Just watch the thumb.
They love it. They're giddy. They're giddy talking about the N-word. They love it. They're like 6-year-old kids who are trying to be naughty. And they're just giggling about the N-word. This is Compound Media now. This is Aaron Imholte. He thinks this is cool. He says the N-word and does all this racist shit to like buddy up to Eric Nagel and Geno to get on Compound. Imagine thinking getting on Compound was a great goal and end game in 2023. These guys haven't paid attention to their schedule in 2 years. You know, we proved that on their website. So your goal, Aaron, in 2023 is to get on Compound Media? Compound Media is almost dead. The minute Anthony gets all set up over there, it's over. Geno's bread train in New York City with this Compound Media is coming to an end. Everyone can see it. Everyone.
Or Kevin, we just like drama. And let me tell you this, Geno.
We all do.
I don't want those shows to go away because I don't want that audience to go looking for something else to listen to because I don't want them. I don't want them.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like Chad's like,
That's super cope too. I hope all those crazy super chatting fans don't come over here. You know, that's the last thing we need. It's like on the daily, you water pick your teeth with David Chandler's dick. On the daily. Every day, David Chandler sends you $100 that you floss your teeth with, Aaron. You want them. You want them. Do you think I wouldn't want a $100 donation every day from one fan? You want, like, why are you lying?
Like, their show preppers read super chats.
Yeah.
Repeat. See above. That's going without.
So jealous. I mean, they really wish their show could be that. They really do.
But there's no way. Like, if you think I was like, and once I go into Chad's fucking show, I'll humiliate him, and then I'll march out like the Pied Piper with all this piece of shit view. I don't want them.
Yeah.
I don't want them.
I don't want all these super chatters. I don't want all these interactive fans reacting to everything, thumbs upping stuff, thumbs downing stuff, commenting, giving money, buying merch, coming to events. No, thank you. We'll take our one steel toe hoodie order a month and sell 6 bags of coffee. That's the kind of fans we want over here. Supportive, chatting, giving money. Boo! Boo!
The compliment I will give them, the audience, is this. They know that they've put these guys in golden handcuffs and that these guys have to dance for them. And it's sadistic. It's fucking violent in a way, but
Aaron telling other shows their relationships with their fans are unhealthy. Aaron telling other shows that they're in golden handcuffs. Says the guy who needs $300 a day. I'm surprised he didn't roll over last night's goal from when he didn't do a show when he was sick to this morning and go, guys, even though we didn't do a show last night, we got to get 600 today. Because we got to meet the goal. We got to pay the rent. We got to do the stuff.
Fool's doing. Those have been mine.
Hey, she's still in bed, right? Can you take that out? Kidding, April.
Stevie Lou with $4.99 for my boys. Love you too. Now back to modding for me. Marshall.
Fucking Stevie Lou. Misha Mills, $99. Can we get a $99 hype train go? No, okay.
This money is specifically not...
Okay, Misha, we're going to need this every day, okay? We're going to need you to be this, or it's Micah. I think this is a guy. He never answers me, but he did email me. I know who he is. His name's not Micah, or maybe it is Micah and the email name's fake. I don't know. Micah Mills, he's already on our wall, but this will get him on there again. This has got to go on my Ring of Honor. Hold on. We got to get this recorded. Okay, got that. So that'll be great. We'll put that in the Ring of Truth.
Near his genitals and decided to take a picture. Well, fake. Allegedly. And decided to put it up on Twitter while he had a half a chub working. You know he just wanted people to see his dickhead.
Marshall's a weird dude, and you see my face. He's a weird dude. I like him, dude.
I hate this. I don't want this kind of money. Everyone, please. I don't want these kinds of fans giving me this money. $99 super chat. They're psychotic, frankly. You don't want this. You don't want this. I hope more people like you don't come over here. This is the worst. This is the worst. Only 2,900 to go. Kevin keeps getting more and more greedy by the day. He started with stopping content for $3 Patreons. Then he started not reading $2 Super Chats. Then now, $3, $5, 95% of his chat money is from 5% of the field. If Borgo gave him $300 right now, Steel Toe would strap on knee pads immediately. Like that woman with the grapefruit. Who thought it would have gotten to racism with these two? Stevie Lou is so proud of that mod wrench. Imagine Stevie Lou being in charge of banning people. He's such an emotional, flighty guy. Hold on. Henrik, Mr. Blue Sky, you're my role model. Fuck my dad. He only raised me. He ain't a YouTuber. Your daddy ain't a YouTuber. So throw me all your Norway kroner. Is that what it is, Henrik? If I could produce Norway currency right now, how much will you give me? If I have Norway currency, if I can produce currency from Norway within 2 minutes, how much money will you give me? And I only want Nordic money.
I don't. Whatever he is, I don't believe he did not. But
you know what he is? I'll tell you what Citizen M is. Citizen M's a kid who really likes this internet shit. That's it. He's just a kid.
He's
who loves
good at it.
Yeah.
Am I right? He's good at it. Like I there's two guys I blocked. One, and I wish I hadn't. TK Suso, who I don't know how to unblock.
Yeah, but the people I'm yelling at are pores. You know what I mean? They're like anonymous pores, like James
hates
Banks.
Chad, but he said something I didn't like when I first started, and I'm shitting on me.
Who's walking around in the back of Geno's house? Is that Canoe?
But it was retarded. He was making fun of Chad. So
I unblocked that guy recently because I was
you have to show me how to unblock people on the YouTube. I don't know how, but yeah, I don't think he made over $3,000. That's got to be bullshit, Citizen M. And look at my face. I hope it's not. I really hope it's not.
I hope he did. I hope he made it.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
They don't. I don't care either way. That's just what people are telling me. They really care. They think if you give them money that they don't get money. It's how you know. Aaron thinks it's his money. Kevin thinks it's his money. You see them like visibly get upset when other people get donations. And he can say whatever he wants. You know, Chad can say whatever he wants. I've seen it. I know Chad watches. I don't say anything I wouldn't say to Chad's face. That you care. You care. You care. Little Mir gave hundreds to Kevin, and Chad threw a tantrum and blocked him. Like that's the mindset of people with that scarcity principle. It's like they think like, fuck, that could have been my money. You had 500 and you gave it to Kevin? Now, everyone jokes about that kind of stuff, but like if you really carry that around, that emotion, that, I don't know, greed, coveting, you know, this jealousy, when you already like have a vindictive mindset against the person, especially, like you're going to get, this will fuck you up. This will fuck you up. Chad has it. Kevin has it. Aaron has it. They do. And it's great to see, like when Chad makes $3,000, Kevin is spinning. Aaron is spinning.
No, Bobby is so like, I would shit.
Oh, WATP Kevin.
He wasn't exactly like we all were when we were that age. Okay.
How old is he?
Look,
I don't care what KB says about Saturday night's show. I thought it was a great one. Thank you. I thought it was great too. The Brandon thing was fucking hilarious. I love the whole like prove you're not poor angle. Give us another 100 to prove you're not poor. Yeah, but you're probably poor now. Give another 100 to prove you're not poor now. Okay, but now you've got to be poor, right? You better give another 100 to show you're not poor.
Focus on what you're doing and it'll be fine. And I'd be like, okay. And then I'd sit there and focus on what other people had, you know? And Bobby still does that a lot. And I hope Bobby sees this because I love him, but he's another one that's always yelling at me. You got to do I'm like, I'm done with the clubs. We need you in the clubs. People with your voice. I'm like, I'm done with the clubs, Bobby. And he's not being, he's stubborn, but it's coming from a good, stupid, stubborn guinea place where you're like, no, fuck these people. You got to come back. I'm like, Bobby, I'm lying there on my comedy deathbed. Oh my God, Bobby, you got to go on.
He's just a young man. He's a young man full of piss and vinegar, and he's going to tackle the world. And then you get older and you go, you know what? I'm going to pick my spots. I'm going to throw the punches that I know are going to land.
I'm going to sit on my couch with the
Again, says the guy who loses every boxing match he enters. He's always telling you about like how to fight and stuff. I'm confused. I thought Aaron was washing his hands of Chad. He could easily not have anything to do with Chad or MLC, but he chooses to. He's jealous. Chad gets better numbers. Chad makes more money. And somehow Chad is beating Kevin currently. I mean, yesterday was just a win for Chad, no matter how you spin it. It was just a win for Chad. Chad is beating Aaron in super chats. Chad is beating Aaron in viewers. Me too, by the way. That goes without saying, but I'm not competing. These guys are neck and neck, and Chad is wiping the floor with everyone. Go Mud Shark. God, how do you not love it? And you can be addicted to profits or a guy like that and be like, oh, you're supporting Chad. It's like, I haven't given it. That's not true. I gave a super chat to Chad once. But we don't support over here. We watch and we report truth. We, as Dr. Spaghetti Tooth John will tell you, what is. That's what we say over here. And Chad is whooping all of you. He is. He just is. Love it. Hate it. It's happening. It's happening. And I love it. And I'm here for it. Kevin is so busy addicted to super chats, he's slobbering into a towel. Yeah, I think I'm going to make a Misery Loves Company towel. And we'll just sell it in my store. Kevin's not interested in organizing it. Shuli reached out to me a while ago about merch. I don't know if he wants to do merch. So the vibe I'm getting from like all these guys in the MLC universe and possibly the Shuli Network universe is that like no one can focus long enough to get anything done. It's it blows. It's a wonder that Shuli and Bob were on Legion of Skanks last night, as bad as that show was. But they're looking around. There's 20 people at the stand watching the show live. They're going, wow, this is great. Look at all the possibilities. Live events. Not for you. Not for Shuli. Not for Bob. Not for Kevin. You guys can't focus. The work that it takes to go into producing an event. And then, these guys, by the time you get anything done, they're all fucking scattered to the seven winds. Kevin getting shook by Borgo and Bob on Legion of Skanks. MLC took a beating. It'll be interesting to see what Bob has to say. Yeah, how are they going to deal with the Bob stuff, the Kevin stuff, the Super Chat stuff, the Chad stuff, and have Carl on revealing all this? Like, it's a bad day for Carl. Like, on any other day, this would be great. Carl's going on sharing Chad's rap sheet. Sorry, Chad. We're going to love it. We're interested in it. We like drama. That's what we're here for. We're not, taking anybody's strong sides on this. But we do want to see the rap sheet. We do want to hear the drama. But there's too much going on right now for Carl to bring in. Chad's rap sheet is evergreen. Carl should cancel right now and be like, what about Friday? There's too much going on. We got him. Aaron just said he has receipts showing that you or Z-Man himself claim that the Stonies manager assaulted Chad. Yeah, he's retarded. This is like James Banks telling me that I endorsed Kumia banging underage women. It's like, you don't have the receipts. I don't need to see what's in your receipt box. I know it doesn't exist. MLC lost yesterday, but there's a rematch today. KB should be able to hide his anger when Chad has success. No, this is what I'm saying. There's like arrested development adults. It's 60-year-old men who care so much. Chad has a chance if he starts recalibrating himself now to not be this broken when he's 60. I don't think Brandon Anderson has been in the chat since. He must have been hating himself since Sunday morning. He said he's been a fan of the show since 2006. If that's true, I think he paid a fair amount for the show if he's never given anything. 17 years of programming, 19 years of programming. Galloway fan 499 seems like hitting that go live button for a living could come with a lot of emotional and mental baggage. It seems like a constant gamble for some. You do have to like be centered. And it'll get you off your game. It'll get you off your game. Melton, I'm not competing. Right. I'm not. We've got like close to 350 watching this morning. Chad gets 400 and something every time he goes live. Steel Toe gets 400 and something every time he goes live. Kevin gets 900 and something every time he goes live. I'm not competing. I can't. Why enter the Nathan's hot dog contest if you can only eat 3 dogs? Like, just enjoy your Saturday. You know what I mean? Why stress yourself out? Do I think I'm ever going to beat Kevin Brennan in Super Chats? No. And by the way, again, I shouldn't. He's famous. Don't get me wrong. We can have a Saturday night where I get $1,000. Thank you. And Chad can have a night where he gets $3,000. Awesome. But Kevin should be outperforming everybody. He is a famous guy with a much larger podcast, right? So I don't mean it like I mean it like as an insult to me. Like I'm not close to these guys. Am I competing? I mean, yeah, I'm in the mix. But I'm not delusional enough to think that like I'm whipping it up. But Melton, you have a more beautiful wall behind you. Thank you. That's all that really matters to me. A nice, calm environment to broadcast from. But I'd get rid of it and get in front of a dresser if you guys would give me $3,000 a night. I'll tear all this down and put a dresser in. Maybe I can order Rays. We can't call it a win for Chad yet. Last time he won, he made up the whole black eye thing. Yeah, and yesterday he went too far calling his aunt about a dead brother. Like, I don't even know what that's about. We settle for comedy in this community. Opie in the mornings, Jake Hudson's finger. We got to get into Opie too. Chad had 1 super chat day. Melton seems like a big picture guy. Surprised he thinks Chad is winning. No, I just mean like the current scoreboard. Friday, Chad was losing. That's why it's dramatic to me. This is a big picture, but in the MLC Chad versus Kevin, like it really is day by day. Chad was up, then Kevin slapped him down Friday. Chad was shook, shaking on camera as he talked to Godfrey and Geno. He had to call and put out fires with Jim Brewer. Monday, that all flips. Kevin's the one shaking. Kevin's the one calling frantically. Kevin's the one trying to figure out what's going on. So that's all I mean is like Chad's winning. Chad's up today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Grand scheme, is Chad winning? Probably not. Probably not. I see what you're saying. If you really zoom out, is Chad winning? I don't think so. Chad's probably hurting himself long term. I guess. But I'm here for it, and just for this game, Chad's winning, I believe. A KB prayer spit towel. Yeah, I don't know. I think a big, like a bigger towel, like a bath towel. What about a big bath towel with KB's face on it? There's no long-term thinking in the MLC Shula universe. They're both very reactive. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know what's happening really in that world. Let's try to catch up. Mooby choked his chicken to his daughter live at the NYC stand. Whoa. Yeah, what can they say, really? Is there going to be a BS show this morning? Is Bob going to address it? Bob and Shuli? If I don't super chat today, will I be expecting a phone call on air in about 1 hour? Yeah. Let me just go to my fan directory over here and look up your phone number. I have every member's phone number. So 713-502. Just kidding. She's like, that's my real number, motherfucker.
Point. Like,
you think that? Nah.
He's going to keep going and going and going. And there's going to be one day where Glenn goes, dude, I can't fucking protect you on this one.
Now I got to turn my back on you.
Yeah, I'm going to give you this money. And then I got to turn my
Chad should lean into the arrest record, put up the American flag, wear a prison uniform, and laugh at it.
Any of the or hear the Legion of Skanks, because Levy and Shuley shout out.
BS show will be on in 15 minutes. Oh yeah.
you have.
They'll gloss over it. I'd love to see your predictions. Everybody's saying they'll gloss over it.
He needs me
You
to
know,
be fighting with
Bob
the
is
thing.
Bob is growing. Bob and I said hey, shit got fucked up. What are you gonna do? Move on.
Yeah.
$20 from Spaghetti Tooth John. I wanted to get in front of that phone call.
MLC fans are like, Bob, why did you apologize to Aaron
Yeah.
from Steel Toe? I'm like, he didn't. I didn't apologize to him. He didn't apologize to me. We went, hey, shit got fucked up there for a while. And then he said, wow, I didn't really know exactly what Chad was until I had to go through it myself. And holy shit, is that a fucking mess?
None of this happened. None of this conversation happened. Aaron is making up a conversation in his head. He's imagining what he thinks Bob meant through a tweet from his wife. Yeah, and Bob was like, I imagine I didn't know what Chad was going to be until I had to learn and go through it myself. This never happened. This never happened.
I didn't watch it. I snuck in a couple times and watched the snipe stream that Nobody Loves Onions was doing. And fucking Dave and Jay and Gomez were all dressed in war gear because they're getting in the podcast war, but they were
really?
making
a
fun
joke
of it.
So
Yeah.
I was hearing that shit.
I heard from other
I thought it was going to be like a serious, they were going to really, Legion of Skanks was going to inject themselves into this podcast where they were making fun of it, calling it gay. I didn't know this. Legion of Skanks is old now. They don't do edgy stuff unless it's zooming in on Bob's stepdaughter.
in his own category. I mean, because at least John did have a level of dignity. John went, I'm not going to sit here and be a fucking punchline every
I'm
goddamn
not going to
day.
sit here in a horse outfit or cat and get whipped with a cat and knife.
John who? Who is this?
Callan.
That's insane. Go on.
I feel really bad for Brian. I didn't think it was possible, but I feel really bad for
But Brian, and let me tell you, I think Brian would know my name because I met Brian years ago in Venice Beach,
You're
California.
talking about how they feel bad for Brian Callen?
Yeah. And this was, before he got 800 other things, but I'll never forget a year later, my nephew.
On air, Bob mentioned talking to Steel Toe, and then I believe he told you he wasn't talking to him. Yeah, so if Bob said that, then I don't know what's real. If he said he is talking to them and he's not talking to them, people are saying that they texted. Bob said they didn't. Bob said we didn't.
I says Mabel.
He said he hadn't talked to him. He said that. He said, I think my wife tweeted at him. When I was on the show last Thursday, Bob said, I haven't talked to him. I think my wife tweeted him. Meanwhile, for 2 days, Aaron had been like, Bob apologized, and I've been telling Bob, I told you so, I told you so. You haven't. That didn't happen, according to Bob. Now you're saying Bob says he did do that? Well, then, okay, I don't know. He's saying both things?
He knows who he is. But
Did
it's still, what are you doing, Crowder?
Did you see Crowder already hit the button on him?
Yeah.
He hit the shut
Am
the
I
fuck
nuts?
up Dave
Is he
button.
leading into everything? Because Crowder didn't subtly. He's like, I think he wound up his arm and did that under the table.
He
He's
gave it
like,
a-
Yeah, you can even see the buttons on the edge of Crowder's desk now. He's got them both sides. He's got all kinds of buttons now.
It's these religious fucking
Melton, you're wrong. I've got the clip. They said they did talk on the phone, but Bob never apologized. Okay.
every day I possibly
I believe whatever you guys say.
say thank you, God, for
I don't argue with the chat anymore. You're all right. You're all God's special children.
but it's the people that
Bob was evasive as fuck about your question. Yeah, I mean, what I took away from it was Bob said that it was a lie that he hadn't apologized to Aaron. So if he went on another show or some other clip and said that he did, I mean, that's just more Bob, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Bob also said he was furious and was going to fly down and feed Chad to alligators for bringing up his stepdaughter, but then he went on Legion of Skanks and told Louis J. Gomez, you can jerk off to her. Ha, 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 ha. She's on my lap. There was a lot of inappropriate jokes that Bob was fine with Louis J. Gomez. Now, what is it? Is it Louis J. Gomez's alpha energy and Chad's beta energy? What is it? It's either fine or it's not. Were Bob and Shuley starstruck by Legion of Skanks?
No, well, I read into things. A bit.
Oh,
I
okay.
Read into things
Because we have.
he basically said in the apology like I'm a devout. He used the word. He somehow said the words like I'm very strict religion, but I
Yeah.
can't think of how he said it. But
But
you
you're-
hear the 3 words and you're like, ah.
Yeah. I look, it's not my. He called the Xavier, I think Xavier basketball players Catholic and then gay F words, YouTube and all that. And
All they have is racial stuff and gay stuff. It's so one note. It's really exhausting. Shuley blocked Chad but laughed at Legion of Skanks showing Bob's daughter. Yeah, I mean, that's... How do you reconcile it? That's all I'm saying. It's fine. You either hate it or love it, but how can you laugh on one occasion and sever business ties on another? And by the way, what Lewis did was even more, I think.
yes, of course. I believe I was texting you during the Vikings-Bills game, and I want to really apologize because that must have seemed like a psychotic break. Because it went from I fucking hate this is bullshit to oh my god, we're gonna fucking do it to these pieces of shit every goddamn time I get some hope, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
we fucking did it.
Yeah, that's me.
Were you wearing your Hulkamania shirt while all that happened, weirdo?
Half like the Jaguars playoff game. First half like that.
I never heard Bob say apologize, just communicating with Steel Toe and getting him. I was pretty sure that he said they hadn't texted only his wife had tweeted them or something. Otherwise, why did we act like it was a massive bombshell last week? Everybody was like, holy shit, Aaron's lying about everything communicating with Bob. I mean, why is he having to backtrack today and clarify? I think this weekend maybe they communicated. I think I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Did Aaron lie? I think he lied.
Herbert.
He tried to act alpha about it. I told Bob he fucked up. I was giving him shit, and he said he was sorry. He kept saying he was sorry to me. It's like, that didn't happen, according to Bob. Wipe Twice says, you're my soul animal. I don't have a soul anymore. Red Bar took it, remember? Believe everything you read. Oh, my God, what Lewis did was 100% worse. Producer Joe took the high road. Now what?
And we thought, well, he's going to like one of these.
Everything they have Melton plays. Well, I guess because Bob's involved in it that it's fine. I mean, you could write it off as that. Bob can just go, hey, if I'm there and I want to talk about my daughter, then I can do that. It could be as simple as that. But I feel like Chad thinks differently. Bob was trying hard to get on Skankfest, and Lewis joked it off by saying he can fight Chad. Bob said he doesn't apologize to anyone. Yeah. Misery Loves Clips has the video. Bob said a lot of different things. First, it was just him and his wife tweeted, keep changing. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just that the narrative is constantly changing. Just that the narrative's changing. Bob said he only speaks in truths. Steel Toe is coping now. I would not put it past Bob to reach out to Steel Toe once everything went south with Chad. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. Tampa Accord. You can't take Levy at his word. He says things that he misremembers or does not mean. Okay. I believe all of you. I get it.
Doesn't sound like jealousy.
Sounds like we have no clue what happened then. But also you have to know Aaron a little bit. There's got to be some bit of it that's a lie. Comedy business is full of backstabbers and two-faced people. Eventually, Kevin will burn all bridges to Shuley and watch them eat each other. Just keep at arm's length, Patrick. 100%. I'm not involved. Zen's producer is very upset.
The lines. I hope they think it is a lie, because if it is, that makes Keanu and Chrissy a better liar than those people are.
And
that would drive them crazy. That's why, even though we know it's true, and I know they know it's true, part of me is like, God, I want you to believe it's actually a lie. And in the moments where they actually convince themselves, they get no joy from it, because they're like, in the moments when we convince ourselves we're not really gay, Aaron, and we're like, we kind of like ourselves and we think that God didn't make us wrong. In the moments they're like, no, it's definitely a lie. They should be like, fuck, they're better than us at everything.
Then they then they ask you if you want cucumbers on your sandwich, and you start sweating and you're like, what does this mean? Yeah.
By the way, circling back to what started this, the guy, Robert, What he watches the show live. And
I don't even understand what the Keanu Chrissy thing was about. Are they saying that they faked? They made this big stink, and they made Newsweek, I guess, Chrissy, Mayer, and Keanu, that American Airlines made them change clothes at the gate, and Keanu had to strip down naked. And everyone's saying that didn't happen. It never happened. There's no one took a video of it, you know, not even Chrissy herself. So everybody's saying it's fake, and they're saying it's not fake. Like, this is where we're at. Like, how do we not know if it's fake or not? Why is there no definitive answer to this? We're really living in a place where it's like, no, Bob did text him. No, Bob said he didn't text him. We said he did. Okay. No, they did have to change at the gate. No, they didn't. They faked the whole thing. It's like, well, which is it? And shouldn't it be easier to determine than this?
Oh, yeah, you're right, Pat. You don't have exes on the show, and you're both on at the same time lying.
The New York Post. Patrick is having trouble following anything this morning. Well, I mean, I'm not having trouble following it. It's just everyone's saying that Bob said both things. So I don't know, you know. Holy shit, Geno just realized that he sucks and is flat broke. Liking cucumbers on your sandwich means...
Does that himself, thank you very much.
Don't need your help. I've been doing this for fucking going on 25 years up here. I don't need your help, people.
All right, guys, thank you very much for your generosity. Half of everything today goes to the lovely...
Our bar tab.
Yes.
It's Stoney.
Again, disingenuous, right? Half of the goal doesn't go to him. These are lies. These are lies. If we reach the goal, all of it goes to Geno. He said that 2 times earlier. When we know that's not the case, what he means is all of the goal goes to me, and then anything over that to Geno. Unless we don't hit the goal, then half goes to Geno. Like, what's happening?
Watch. But the West Virginia Mountaineers have a coach. Oh, wait, I thought he was the West.
Let's watch them try to do a bit and not make it about race, transgenders, or gays. Let's play a game, everybody. Will they make it gay? Will they make it gay?
Oh, no, he's with West Virginia now. He used to coach for Cincinnati. So he was on a Cincinnati talk show, the Bill Cunningham show on AM 700 in Cincinnati. And they decided, you know.
They're talking about Chad again?
Year-old white conservative guys decided to talk about hot-button social issues, which always goes really...
Bob's on 10 different shows at various levels of high, thus his words change constantly. The only explanation, win by 2, the only explanation for a thing like Chad is an anal violation. As a child, he's just a dumber version of merch.
I wonder how it took them 2 minutes to get there. We could do that, right?
Oh, no. Let's find out how they got
Softcast likes Ray. It's a thumbs down from me, dog.
Ball coach.
It's definitely a no from me, dog.
Coach Bob Huggins, you're on the air. I'm sitting here with Steve Muller and the Segman.
What would make you think I wanted to talk to you?
Hold on, is this true? Win by 2 showed that Keanu had the exact same pair of shorts on the day before. She had to buy them at the airport. If that's true, that's a scoop. If that's true, that's a scoop. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this would be definitive. If this is real, that's funny. Keanu says they made me buy a pair of shorts at the gate, and there's a picture of her with those shorts on previously. Oh, no. Oh, no. And look, you're a chat room, so I don't know what to believe. But if that's true, got him. Win by 2. So that's funny if you've gone through her and found that. And so Geno and everybody are acting like, look, maybe it is a lie. I don't know. It's like it either is or isn't. What is. And if there's a picture of her wearing those shorts previously, and then you're like, she had to buy these shorts, it's like, dog.
West Virginia?
Catholics don't do that.
No, we're above the fracas, aren't we? No problem.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I tell you what, any school that can throw rubber penises on the floor and then say they didn't do it, my God, they can get away with anything.
What?
So he's, like you said, he's an old school religious guy. Like, you know you're old school Christian when you hate Catholics. Like that's because nowadays everyone's just like they're just Christian, whatever.
Yeah,
Denomination.
well, we're the latest, aren't the they're the latest ones, right? To the fold. We're based on that dead Jesus guy and all the other Christians. Now, I guess we all came in under Christ.
No.
Christians.
As someone who was raised Catholic, I'm not a religious guy anymore, but I will defend the Catholics on all but one issue. I will defend the Catholics on this. They were first. They are the true religion, and all the other Christians are full of shit.
Okay.
I don't like all this Molly Coddlin preaching where I'm trying to do, what's his name? Michael C. Parks from...
If Keanu's out of town, who was walking around in the back of Geno's apartment? We all saw that, right?
There's two I have to watch I have to watch Brockmire because we were talking...
Like, it's Keanu back in New York or someone in his apartment?
Somebody's like, that bull can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery because it was tattooed. I'm like, all right, I gotta watch.
No, there's a movie called Red State where basically a Waco
He loves Red State. We've been following this guy 2 months. He's talked about Red State 30 times. He does scenes from it. He's gonna act out everything from that. Who's that fucking old actor in there?
Phelps.
Character actor.
What if the Westboro Baptist Church had machine guns? And he does this 15-minute scene where it's just him preaching about
Here he goes.
Shit. You would love it.
Here he goes.
When the movie came out, you went, geez, this guy's...
I knew he's going to do this monologue.
And like, as shit gets weirder and weirder, you watch that movie now and you go, you know, the man raises a good point.
Guy's got a point. Guy's got a fucking point. Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
But anyway,
the guy in Red State is a complete loon, and he's like, he has a point.
Penis arena.
Can you imagine Mooby using a gun? Can anybody imagine this guy actually like using a gun and being tough? I see April using a gun better than this guy. Michael Parks. Yeah. He's great.
It was a crosstown shootout. Yeah, no, what it was.
And Red State's a great movie. It's a Kevin Smith joint. It's a fantastic film. John Goodman, so underrated at everything. It's a great movie. But it shouldn't come up in conversation more than once a year. You know, he brings it up. I've heard him talk about it 3 or 4 times. Roger says it's a stupid, shitty movie he watched when he was in college, so it's important to him. I think it's a great film. It's a slower burn, especially in the beginning. But I think it's a great film. I disagree with that. I really like Red State. It's a good movie.
You die.
All right.
They were envious they didn't have one.
But that's fucking funny. He's like, are they mad they didn't have a dildo because they're Catholic faggots?
Steeltoe's a big Kevin Smith guy. Yeah, I like Kevin Smith. I mean, he turned into a fucking nut and a pussy, just like Seth Rogen and everybody else. Remember when Seth Rogen went on that rant on his Twitter? Like, I've had my car broken into 17 times in LA. It's called living in a city. Grow up. It's like, you're not supposed to have your car broken into 17 times in a city, idiot. That's not normal, you dope.
Weird place. There's always that humana panic thing, and Bill Cunningham does that here where he does the nervous laughter, and then afterwards he just starts saying
nobody nervous laugh like Steel Toe.
noises out of his face.
Give me that. I'm trying to get that bag, yo. So
It's a session on his AM radio show.
In case you missed it, in case you're just tuning in, in case you're just getting here.
Although
the Catholic piazzas. I'm sorry.
All right, let's pause this and go over to the BS show. Let's see what Bob and Shuli are gonna talk about today, because if it's not blue cheese or a stepdaughter, then I don't know what it could be about. But we do have to check the Shuli network and get over to that BS show. Oh, they're together. Look at this.
I don't know. Could it, nerd?
Could Shuli be a little hotter?
Yeah, that's as hot as he gets.
Yeah.
Is
it really hot?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear Bob all right? Give Bob a level.
How am I doing there, honey?
Yeah, you're loud enough. Tap. Not you, Shuli. Tap yours. Yeah, is it on?
Shuli's is low.
It's going through the thing. Don't tell me it's not
but
on.
It's very low.
It's very low. Now it's low.
Bob said it's going through the thing. Don't tell me it's not on. I guess Mike wasn't invited. Yeah.
It's loud as hell.
It's
over
loud
here.
as hell here too.
All right, well, what do you want from me?
How do I look Taylor? It's the lighting in here. Plus, he slept in Tanner.
I didn't sleep in tan. I go and tan outside. It's what I do.
It's like you're currently taking a mud bath.
Well, you know why? Because he's standing there chain smoking, watching people dig in his yard all day. That's why he's tan. He's supervising.
I just sit out there and have a good time. I mean, I like the sun and I like the night.
Let me tell you something. As someone who works construction,
I like the sun. I like the night.
You're gonna like the way you look. Watching every move they make. People love that.
I don't go out there. I was out there one time.
So
for
what?
like 8 hours.
So the sun comes indoors here. I mean, what's going on?
This is going great.
Adding up. It's
But
either
no.
not real tan
It's real tan.
from bottle.
No, it's real
smoke.
tan
It's
from
smoke.
sun.
Bob was a fan of Milton.
Or nicotine. Okay, you fucking
Isn't it
idiot.
crazy if I wipe them right now with a paper towel?
I don't like the look of
Like the inside of a car window.
Hey everybody.
They're just not going to address anything. Look at this vibe. Look at this energy coming in. Do we really have to do this?
Stand.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Morris is leading the podcast. That's why they have so much energy today. Yeah.
I got to meet. I never met Lewis yet.
You didn't meet Lewis and Dave.
And
You haven't
Dave.
met. Yeah.
I haven't met. And they were really cool to us and totally nuts.
They were really cool.
I tried to prepare them. I'm like, it's a whole world they built on their own over here.
yeah.
They got their loyal fans who are, I mean, rabid fans. Once they like you, they're with you forever.
So, Mike, we're saying goodbye.
None of those fans like you. I Shuley, and I like Shuley. And I like Bob. That's a different universe. There's no Venn diagram of Legion of Skanks fans and Shuley and Bob. It doesn't exist. It's a totally different vibe. Sorry. I know you expected to get a shit ton of Legion of Skanks Gas Digital people coming out to Pottstown. It ain't happening.
Like between John.
Once those guys love you, they don't.
They were like one of the OGs of the podcast wars.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They went at it with the ladies from a show called Guys We Fuck, and those two had a war for a while.
They talk about 2014 like it was the beginning of podcast times. I was 10 years in and laughing at everybody starting a podcast then already. Are you starting a podcast now? Cute.
Fighting isn't worth our time.
It's like they were OGs fighting with the girls we fucked in 2015. It was back in the dawn days of okay.
MLC to Uncle Rico to you name it. He's tuned in. He's completely hooked into the drama world. So I thought that was cool. It's always cool when you go on a show that they already have an agenda and they just kind of plug you into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there's already a plan in place. I love that about them.
You don't have to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, it's called just a show. I know you guys think it's crazy when like people have a show ready to go and do a thing and have topics. I know it's hard to make topics look like not topics. It's what we do on this show every day. There is a lineup of things we want to discuss. Do we get to them all the time? No, but that's also called talent.
I mean, they take great care.
Edinburgh Mikey in the Discord. 10 years in, I was bored of podcast in 2014. Right.
Super impressive, man. And they dug it. And it was a fun hang for sure.
Oh yeah.
I can tell by the energy.
It was a crazy.
I thought they were gonna...
stories we heard. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh,
Fucking...
you want to tell them the Chad story you heard?
That's all from who?
Well, the Chad story was pretty good.
Oh,
okay. Do you want
boy.
to tell it? It's a good one. I don't want to fuck it up.
So Jay was doing comedy somewhere.
Hit the
right?
like button if you're enjoying this.
And what he didn't show up at the radio.
300 of you watching, 80 likes. Can we get it up, guys? Come on for the goal.
Chad asked the club to let him open for Jay, to feature for Jay, right?
And he kept calling him.
and then what'd they tell
They
him?
went to. I'll do it. They went to Jay and go. This guy
Can't
keeps
believe
calling.
Bob has
no.
to.
Yeah,
No,
this
that's
guy
the
keeps
reason.
calling. Can we? Can, you know? He said that you want him to
What?
open for him, and he's
Oh,
like,
and Jay was in a real awkward spot.
and he's like,
yeah. And then Chad shows up at the show and tells Jay, "Yeah, I'm only doing this because the club begged me to open."
Yeah.
He's like,
I usually don't MC, and Jay's like, okay, and it was just it's this is what he does, and he showed up at Nikki Glaze's radio thing.
at radio. Imagine you're the headliner and you go to do radio promo for your shows, and you walk in, and a feature you haven't hired is sitting there doing your interview.
Mhm. No, it was.
Wow.
What the fuck? Is that real?
Fun.
Yeah.
So it was a very like those guys are really funny, and Dave Smith's are really funny too.
Nikki Glazer had a radio interview and Chad found out about it and just showed up and started doing the interview?
The podcast. I mean, he was in heaven.
We're going to need an explanation of that, Chad.
Really? This is the greatest place ever.
Yeah, it's like being home.
Yeah.
How was the ride back with you two lovebirds?
I drove.
Well, he drove, and it was like I had a couple. I had maybe 3. We were having. Oh, no.
When is Pottstown? What's the date of the big Pottstown brouhaha?
I had like 3, and then there was a homeless guy there.
Pretty much. That's what the Shuley Network is. Bob and Shuley doing 5 shows a day.
No, that was you, and then there
Ray was trying to
Barry.
get on the show.
No, Barry came in. Barry wanted
Barry Ribs.
He wanted to ride to Jersey City.
Well,
and,
first of all, before we get to Barry, let's talk about.
Yeah,
Ray.
everyone just talks about Chad.
We're gonna have him on early because we really need to have an intervention with Ray.
he's out of his mind.
Okay, Ray showed up on his bicycle.
Oh, no. This is going to be great.
Bad News Bears jersey. Okay. He looks like
What
one of the
the
original
fuck?
cast members at a convention that's signing. Oh, and then he had a
wait a minute,
Hitler
why is he-
mustache.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
a
didn't
strange
get that.
fashion.
And then he
choice.
threw an oil can at somebody. It was fucking weird.
So Ray shows up dressed as an old man baby. He dressed up as like his action figures, his collectibles behind him, and he's sitting there. And even Ray, oh my God, you remember the story Lewis told about Ray? That Ray DeVito invited Lewis to go smoke a bowl with
Oh
him
my God.
on the road. And he tells Lewis, he goes, careful, he goes, it's sticky. He tells him, sticky weed. And which I hadn't heard since the 90s,
Yeah.
since Snoop Dogg. And Lewis,
Bob made a jackass of himself. They aren't going to talk about anything he did. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, they cucked out to the skanks.
and tried to smoke it.
Melton wants it on Pottstown before it's send me a link.
Insane.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a special kind of moron to think that ever happened. When have you ever melted candy and
Someone just super chatted about NLO. Let's see, browser boy.
You're sucking that.
No.
Whatever.
I got to move
chemicals
myself back, huh?
Well, let's go to our can't be good for your lungs expert, Bob. What are your thoughts?
I don't think it's good.
You
I'm
heard
not
it
a
here
doctor,
first,
but
folks. I've never heard of somebody.
Gossip news: Melton of the Onions are not what people like. Podcast trashed your Legion of Skanks appearance, picking on every little thing. I, however, thought you were great, very funny.
Threw me for a loop, number one, and then he was.
The Onions are not what people like. Podcast trashed your appearance, picking on every little thing.
Bus home.
Read it. I mean, no, we didn't. We didn't pick on every little thing. Calm down.
I do have a video, Shuli. I'm not sure what it is, but someone sent me a video.
Woo!
From last night?
That's what it appears to be, yes.
I hope it's in LO. Let's go.
Then he makes fun of me for you because you're not you're a grown man dressed up like the Bad News Bears. Teacher Tim.
Bob is drunk as fuck.
How old he is? I don't need to know.
Jeez, it looks like a family reunion.
Holy shit, Bob is lit.
And grandson.
Every single one of the people on that video should be taken to Bellevue immediately.
Wow.
Give me your dick. I'm throwing it in the street. I'm throwing it right in the fucking street.
He doesn't need his dick. He doesn't.
Oh, holy shit.
Going through a bit.
They are hammered. Bob looks like a homeless.
You know,
Just like
shows
Loomis.
up, shows up dressed as a bad news
Woo.
bear. At least wear a professional team's jersey.
Right. That's funny.
So we had to take Barry home, and that was unbelievable.
Well, we didn't have to. Barry's like, "Oh, you
You had
guys
to take
had-
Barry to the home, you said?
Might as well, dude. The home would have been a more normal place than where we took him. I've never been in a car with somebody where I'm like, "Where do you need me to drop you off?" And he just says, "Any spot along the expressway once we get past a certain exit."
Yeah.
Now, the expressway, for those of you who may not know, is the highway.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Yeah, anywhere on the turnpike or whatever."
On the turnpike.
And the whole time I'm thinking he's joking. You're not going to drop the guy off on the highway. And then he's like, "Yeah, right here. Pull over here." I pull over on the side of the fucking highway. And then this fucking crazy old cocksucker.
Mike Morris was up all night putting that Ray pictorial together. Yeah, but it's like Steel Toe doing the overlays. It's like, aw, did you see Patrick do it? And you thought you could do it? Like, I know Stevie Lou will tease me like, yeah, you were the first one. Like, no. But Steel Toe's been doing this for 15 years, never thought about it. Melton does it on MLC last week, and now all of a sudden he's like, oh, I can put pictures over myself and be a puppet, only I'm not good at editing, don't know how to do transparency, so it'll be janky as shit.
And at one point he's just going, "Yeah, guys, I think I could still read Hebrew. I remember from my Haftorah." And then 5 minutes later, he's like, "Nah, Shuli, I can't. Turns out I'm wrong. He goes, I can't read Hebrew anymore." Okay, thanks, Bear.
Bob was a giddy little girl.
He's not allowed to have people pull into the shelter that late.
Steel Toe has their big guest on. They're pulling so many less viewers than when they have Johnny Legs on. How many viewers they got?
Like somebody just like on a busy highway. Like I had to get a picture, and I thought we were gonna die.
Don't forget when we all jerked off to your stepdaughter, Bob. Send in your cum.
He had
Guys, we have a P.O. box on our website. We'd love for you to send in your cum. I'll open it on air. You think I'm kidding? Send in your cum-filled envelopes.
Just sitting there talking to us while we're on the shoulder of the highway.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Don't even tell me what's in it. I'll know. When I open it up in the envelopes, I'll stick you. I'll go, you got me.
Pretty good chance it's the last time he's ever going to talk to you.
It was
Send in your merch. If you have a podcast, send in your merch to our P.O. box. Send in your promo stickers. I'll stick them up. I'll wear it. We'll talk about it. You'll get airtime.
I'll walk, and we're like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Yeah, there he is. You see him back there?
There he is. Bum, 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 bum.
Is that the Garden State Parkway?
No, that's the Turnpike. That's the Turnpike.
Oh my gosh.
That is weird.
Yes.
I said, "You want me to drop you off at a
that's
rest
very
stop
weird.
or something?"
Or a rest home.
Is Barry Ribs homeless?
It was a little.
Oh, this
crazy.
was Ray?
It
He
was
wanted
a
to be
little
dropped at a
crazy.
rest stop?
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, what do we got?
So then, Shuli, you got back. I want to hear the whole story. So you get back, you get to Bob's house.
Yeah.
Was Gina up or did?
No, we didn't get back till late.
Yeah, we got in like around 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, I was assuming Bob would.
Gina, Shuli's here. Can you make us something to drink?
No, I think I woke her up later on to talk to her.
We stopped at a Wawa to get some food.
Yeah.
That's the only thing open at that time. Came in, ate like fucking monsters in the kitchen. Dogs barking at me.
Yeah. The dog's got to get used to him. The one dog.
People are diving into stuff on our Discord. If you haven't had a chance to join, click the link at the top, pinned to the chat. We'd love to have you on our Discord.
Somebody just put out a cigarette.
No, it does.
Share stuff you think I would like to go over on the show.
Open the window. Window's been open.
It's the best place to send in artwork, pictures, tips. Don't email me. Put it on the Discord so it doesn't get lost. It gets filed in the appropriate channel. We've got great people over there who will help you look into stuff.
Yeah.
You may be a little nose blind to it.
This smells like my mom's TV room in Vegas. This is her living room. You know?
No, this is the room. This is like the airport smoking places.
Exactly. Minus the glass walls. It's literally an airport smoking lounge.
Mm-hmm.
He's right. Did you get the
So
picture
they're both just smoking again?
What? No.
Download now.
I just want to show people.
Oh boy.
Your the setup. I just took a picture real quick of the setup.
Oh, that's it.
Saving my cum and mason jars in my icebox.
That's Bob's
I've been
desk.
looking for a new home for these children of mine. By the way,
These cigarettes that are still.
Come on, Jake.
Whoa.
So this
will save me like
this
that.
is for later. This
No,
is-
that's if I run out.
Look at this.
You have 4 packs of cigarettes there. How are you going to run out?
No, but I got extra, so I have them.
What's the hand lotion for?
Well, you know what they
Where's hand lotion?
Up at the top left.
Oh, it's
jerking off.
moisturizing.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, yeah. And then this is
No,
a
that's
giant-
hers. I don't use that. It's what is it? A wiener?
A wiener.
A
A
wiener.
wiener.
Yeah.
Very fancy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I
we
got a lot of stuff.
So we got in, went to bed. Very comfortable setup. Very
Yeah.
nice setup.
And it's gonna go bad.
Clean up because I was coming.
A little bit. I didn't clean that much, you know.
Clean the mirror.
And then and now we're here. So I mean, it was a very successful night. You know, those guys have a great chemistry together, so it's not easy jumping in with stuff. You kind of got to pick your spots, and I thought Bob did a great job, and the guys clearly really know and respect Bob, and it was great. It was great to bring him on and all of us hang there.
Oh yeah, it was a good time. Definitely a fun time. Like the club is beautiful. I mean, you can sit outside, you can come in, you know. You come in, it's open, like, you know, it was like amazing.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect setup.
It really is. It
It
really
is.
is. It's indoors. They got an audience. They can do whatever they want.
It's listen to them. You can go inside. You can go outside. It's indoors. It opens up. It's got an audience. It's like, buildings? Normal rules for buildings?
We meant to get a picture with him, but we
was that
forgot.
handsome
Yeah.
young man?
And I said, what do you do? He goes, I'm a real musician.
Yeah,
Not like
Mike.
Yeah.
So,
But it was totally
Take that,
a
little
fun
mirror.
time. And just like hanging outside with people was nice. Like that was just to sit out there. It's a normal side part of Manhattan. It seemed like everybody seemed like they were just having fun.
it hadn't gone to hell yet.
Yeah, you don't see like homeless people just yelling or anything like that
What's
until
most of
Barry
it?
came.
Well, yeah. He had, between Ray and Barry, I think you had your share.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to join Bob in a cigarette.
Yeah, I can't wait until a penny drops and both of your heads clunk together.
What?
Bob is beautiful. What's up? More energy, boys. When you okay? What the fuck? I mean, it's early.
It's always early.
It's always early, but what the fuck? Gossip news: Melton of the Onion are not what people like podcast trashy or Legion of Skanks appearance picking on every. I however thought you two were great. Yeah, it's like I think we'll live.
Yeah.
I think we'll get past this.
Yeah.
You know,
That doesn't sound like something Melton would do.
Shocking.
I'll wait for the footage.
Yes.
Melton was Melton had a funny thing yesterday we seen. Remember we were laughing? Oh, he was the Ray thing, the video. Oh my god.
I put it in the BS show Discord. You gotta, but we should save that for when Ray comes on because I'd like to get his thoughts on it.
Yeah. Look, Southern Belle, Lewis disrespected
Southern
Gina's
Belle.
stepdaughter.
Pottstown. This is what the big time looks like. Took you like you very much. Just wow, I can't believe it. Pottstown.
Relationship with any.
That sounded like somebody choking Tukey.
And first of all, Lewis, who was doing it in a joking way,
Yeah.
and was asking for your permission numerous times, And then Jay, if you watch it back, was sitting there saying, no, don't get into it. Don't bring it up. And Dave completely is out of it, as far as like, this isn't a topic he was joining in on. And so it was presented in a very different, in my opinion, a very different light. And, I'm with Bob. Whatever Bob decides to do in that moment.
Is this real? Lenny Stink says grand total for Chad in 3 hours was 10:10. Kevin was 14.50 in 2 hours. Who won again? Someone's saying Chad got $3,000 on over all of his shows yesterday. He did like 3 streams. But they're saying in that one he got 1,600. You're saying,
Your Honor, I'm a freak bitch. Handcuffs, leashes, switch my wig, make him feel like he cheating, put him on his knees, give him something to believe in, never lost a fight, but I'm looking for a beating in the food chain. I'm the one that eat you.
What a weird. She's never that confident, so it's just odd. I imagine like one day she snaps and has to become the man of the family. This is what she'll sound like. Leave my man alone. He's a powerful radio alpha. 14.50 for 2 hours for Kevin. Who won again? It's like, I don't know. I guess, look, if those numbers are real, then Kevin won. Look, Chad still won. $1,000 is a great day.
And basically, even those.
I don't know why people are telling me $3K then, but I don't really know.
It's George Costanza line in the history.
You're talking over the stepdaughter answer. Oh, no, I thought I only faded it down when they're talking about me, you fucking cucks.
Because this is nothing. Because my whole life's a lie. But yeah.
We heard the answer. We heard what they said. You guys always think I faded down. We heard what they were going to say. They were respectful and asked for permission. It's like they weren't. They talked about jerking off, covering with her with cum, Bob doing things with her. They talked about a lot of. It wasn't respectful. We're talking about a girl that people rub their cock to. That's how she makes money. There's no respectful way to really dance around it.
Serious, Chad, by the way, not a prank. Hopefully you understand. And I go, no problem, buddy. And he goes, thank you. We never made, the only thing that bothered him was his grandmother, and that's what we stopped. Okay, so that's the point.
Well, it's not even the point that something bothered him. The point is that he came to you guys with it. You guys stopped doing it.
Exactly.
You listened to him. Whereas, and again, if you guys can't see the difference, I mean, that's on you. I understand everybody's picking sides and everybody's in camps, and that's fine. But there is a difference, and it's just bottom line. There was nothing malicious behind it. It was done in a entertaining
I mean,
way.
how is Chad malicious? He just said your daughter's this, she does that. That's a fact.
They have a theme when they do a show. They have an area that they want to go to, and the simple fact is Big J has been glued to
if that's true, Lenny, that's crazy.
He came into that show with like all he wanted to do was talk about the podcast wars, and we're like, great, let's do it. Whatever, it's your show, we're here.
So I think the theme of our show today is 2 men sitting in a room smoking as much as humanly possible.
It's a great thing.
It's America. It's what we're over there fighting for somewhere.
Listen to Bob now versus 6 months ago. He had the fire in his belly back when the Uncle Rico show was starting to blow up.
Now, he thinks that. He thinks that for sure. He doesn't understand he's a 48-year-old in a kid's.
I hope so.
I mean, that's a sex offender if you see a guy dressed like that. That's bait.
Steel Toe Morning Show is watching 1950s racist cartoon. Shocker.
OnlyFans.
No 3K, not close. Okay. If you guys are saying, that's the first time I've heard anybody say 1,000. Everybody was saying 1,600 on that one show.
Guys who hate us can only throw in $2. You notice that?
I also love. I'm so sorry. I never do this, but I
Joe
fucking opinions in the chat from people. It's like your opinions and your misunderstanding and misreading of the situation is exactly why you're the fucking audience members and these guys are the broadcasters.
I love Joe. Joe and I get along. We both think the chat's dumb.
Yeah, I love angry because it's like
No,
I
but
imagine.
it doesn't matter,
I imagine
like,
it's
what
like
they
when
say.
Kermit has one
You
of
know
those
what I mean?
Casey cases.
Spaghetti Tooth John, remember the look on Kevin's face when Borgo gave Chad 300? Yeah, I mean, he really did get shook. It was funny. He was like silent.
Problem with somebody, they have a problem with.
Kevin, you got a little bit.
You don't know the facts
Kevin can't chat because we're subscriber only.
about the facts, so who gives a fuck, But that will be dealt
Right, so
with.
sit there on your fucking internet and watch us and Shuli and Bob
Can
and
you get Miss
everybody
Piggy on
entertain
the
you.
get Miss Piggy on the
Get
phone?
him, Joe.
And I got to come out of a goddamn death dedication talking about a fucking dog.
Ponderous, man.
Ponderous. Hi. Listen, you can't get, I get what you're saying, but you can't get too invested in the chat. These people are in the stands and they just want to watch crashes. That's it. They don't care. There's a few of them in there that are supporters for the content and enjoy what we do.
Galloway fam, imagine being upset about dead grandma jokes.
Is people,
it breeds it for sure.
right? So people are sitting there waiting to see everything fall apart. That's
All his money came from two people. He barely got anything over the show. It's a good point. I've always said that, like you get a couple big pay pigs. That's not a good sustainable way to. And also, I know Chad's the kind of guy, he'll probably be depressed every time he doesn't get $1,000 now, Super chat bot wasn't there, so I don't believe any of the numbers. Why isn't there a bot that can be in everybody's chat and count the super chats?
And Jay and Dave.
We're working on it. By the way, today, Tukey, Chad, and MLC Live, Sir Vosef in our Discord has built an amazing interface that shows the audience share breakdowns, live views, total views, shows what's going on, shows pie charts. It's amazing. It's like what Tukey's done, but it looks like it wasn't drawn by a kindergartner and hung up on a fridge. More pro. Come to the Discord today. It's a great place to hang out, chat with other people while MLC's on. We'd love to have you there.
and
I'll put the link in the description of the show. It's on the top of the chat.
Fight, not one issue.
Also on our Twitter and our Instagram.
Problem. And they were all.
How are you defending Joe? He's attacking the comments for making the exact points you are. He's an idiot. I'm with anybody attacking the chat. Fuck the chat. Including you, Citizen. You're the worst. You're all pieces of shit. We're having fun. These are jokes. Calm down, Citizen M. Nothing's real. There's no emotion. You understand I have to act angry about everything in the morning? It's what it is.
It's not your show. It's the BS show. Well, it's
I'll
definitely not
interrupt
your
Little
show.
Mir has a
So I
trust
want,
fund?
Kevin. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Joe's gone rogue. Joe, calm down. Calm down.
Yes.
WATP Kevin.
High roller string
You
pullers,
certainly
puppet
will not
masters,
dictate,
if you will.
what happens on these channels. So
It's so low energy today, though.
go and hang out in another chat of a different show that you can't stand. Because that's normal. That's normal behavior. Let me devote more of my life to something I don't like, you fucking psycho. What a fucking weirdo. I can't wait. I can't wait for big money to come in. Big money's around the corner. I got news for you. I can't get into it, but big money's around the corner. And when it is, we're having a goddamn fire sale on this network. You want Ray DeVito? You got him. 25 cents. He's on your shit network now. There you go. Morse, were you invited to Legion of Skanks? No, at first I was just invited. Then I asked him if I could get Bob, and the plan was to bring up Mike to do a whole Uncle Rico Pottstown thing. But there was supposed to be another guest, and then the guest fell through, and then they said yes to Bob, and I figured I'd probably live up to every stereotype if I go, now one more.
Fuck you, Patrick. You're just mad. My tabs prove it was Chad. What do you mean tabs?
He knows we're doing what we got to do, and there's no.
I don't know. I don't get that reference.
Hey, so he's pissed. So
Bob probably got a shitstorm of hell from his wife last night. He looks like a beaten down man. Yeah, I mean he had to tell her before she woke up and saw that there's gonna be a million clips of like a bunch of men talking about coming all over her daughter.
You know you're winning.
And Bob's sitting there laughing about it all.
Can't imagine how
It's like,
much-
wow, that's a big change from yesterday where you were ready to kill someone for doing that.
Okay. Yeah, a ton. I'm about to retire. I didn't even want to do this show. I wanted to cancel it because I was sleeping.
They are acting like it's not a big deal. Like, oh, it was respectful when Lewis did it. It's like, imagine that. The Puerto Rican rattlesnake?
Weird.
Well, it's my neck. If I don't have enough money under it.
Puerto Rican wedding cake.
It's a religious thing. We understand.
Yeah. So yeah, and you're right, KB. The oxygen is why they're here. The talking to them is why they're here, and I get it. And it's like, it's all good, man. You guys get your little fix for the day and enjoy, and then that's it. Roy Jew McDuck, thank you. Finally, someone gets it.
You know what I'm saying?
Shmuel,
That's good. What it is,
you got
y'all.
one in there.
What it is?
Put that up.
You know what it is, man.
Give Joe a show. Yeah, Joe should have a show.
Oh, give Joe a show. Yeah, we will. We got a lot of movement happening.
Was that the one you wanted from him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is there more? You put up whatever ones we didn't get to.
No, I just wasn't sure. You called for his, and I just didn't know if it was that one or a different one.
Last men are talking. Zenhauser brushed back Joe and told him to stop trying to take over the show. Good. Good. You put Joe in his place. He
There you
needs
go.
that.
Yeah.
He needs that. Joe already has a show. It's called Rock Bottom.
Yeah, he is on that a lot, right?
Whoa. How about, you remember we brought up to Ray about that girl Elise was on the show?
My God.
And I go, Ray, this girl Elise wants to do a show with you. It's going to be a home run show. It's going to give you, etiquette on how to be around women, how to date them. She'll even go out on a date with you and tell you, and as I'm telling this, his face is just going,
I made a joke asking if Gina was a stage mother and did she seek Bob out chasing after fame. Bob wrote me off.
Just try it.
I mean, I'd write you off too. You're just a chat troll. Like, don't get mad when people write you off. You're nobody. I'm nobody. Anybody can write anybody off. It's fine. You can't write it off on your taxes, but you can write it off. I think of a time before the terrorists took rollerblading from us when I think of Lewis. Every time you say that, I'm picturing a very specific bit on a David Cross album after 9/11. He talks about rollerblading through Chelsea.
Over there.
We had him warming up in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Look at him. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah. It's one people tuned in.
I've written off Softcast. I've never really seen Softcast.
It's for the guest.
That's right.
I didn't even know he was in a wheelchair. That guy's in a wheelchair. Did you know that? Jesus Christ. Just rolling. No, come on.
It's super short. It's just Mario.
I had no idea. I wouldn't have sent him a hat. I don't want that kind of representation.
The internet. He has to walk to the internet.
I'm curious to see if he even shows up in an hour.
I don't want people thinking wheelchair people listen to this show. Get out of town.
I think he knows how to sneak between the cars and.
Yeah, anybody who has to get dropped off on the side of a highway knows how to maneuver that highway. It's not something you ask for the first time.
It's so weird they made Ray drop him off on the Jersey Turnpike.
Like it was like
at night.
What would you think if you seen somebody walking on the highway like that?
I'd say there's a dead body in that suitcase. Yeah. That guy clearly was a hitchhiker, killed whoever picked him up and chopped him up and put the body in the suitcase.
All right, let's go back to Geno.
It was weird to see it.
They're clearly not going to address this in any realistic manner
because we passed the exit.
We'll keep them on standby, but we got Steel Toe and Geno.
The lawyer has to present it, which I'm sure took some selling to her.
I wonder if they're talking about trans, gays, or minorities. Let's see.
Fuck. That we can't see your dick. And they're like, are you sure
You're
that's...
welcome.
Yeah, exactly. And then
exactly.
And then to have the judge go, you know what?
Exactly.
It's a whole heap and lot of sense. You know what? Not guilty. You're free to go.
Like, yeah.
125 a show for Johnny Crutches. It literally, that's 1/5 of their budget for the week.
German can't be evil. Permission.
I'm proud Johnny's making more, but that's so funny that's no money left over for them, really.
You shouldn't have been in there showing your dick, but fortunately, we don't think you could have shown your dick because you're a big fat fuck. It's the only time someone has actually gotten out of a crime by body shaming. It's the only time it's happened. Body shaming is
also, remember yesterday, Aaron said he's going to get mic arms. He bragged about it. Like, we're going to get some mic arms. It's like, oh, okay. You're going to get rid of your little press conference tabletop mic stand and get a mic arm? He's talking about it like it's innovative. He's like, we're going to be bringing in mic arms. It's like, ooh, that's where all the money goes?
you in the women's bathroom.
Yeah.
You know, unless
One day he'll be like, we're going to get a new banner made. It's like, oh, boy.
fine.
It's going to be so much better when we find a solution to all the, a final solution.
My man.
To all this trans stuff where I think
ramen noodle week for the Toe family.
In a vagina's bathroom, and I'm going to really appreciate the artwork they're going to do.
Oh, yeah.
Taking off the man and the woman with the dress and just putting on a nice big cock and a good neat.
Somebody go super chat Bob Levy and tell him that Aaron is talking about doing things to his stepdaughter. Let's see what he says.
Whatever you got.
Let's just start some shit today. Just complete lies.
You're going to have the women with the dicks, and they're going to come in and
The chat lies everywhere. We might as well have fun with it,
We lit all day yesterday.
Yeah, then we're the bad guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob Levy, Steel Toe, and Geno are talking about your daughter being a whore and things they want to do. Uh-oh.
I think I'm at the point. I'm going back to my
Geno's
original
running.
thought, which was I'm just going to try to die before this all gets too bad. I'm going to try and die before society completely falls apart. Just hold back the floodwaters until I'm dead. Fauci's Pangolin says, my dad slapped me when I said I was playing with her long blonde hair.
Is Geno sitting in front of a giant colander, or is that a chair?
Lovely. It's a lovely upbringing you had. All right, guys, half of everything today goes to
Yeah, tell Bob Steel Toe's talking about his daughter respectfully, covering her with cum respectfully.
Up and a subscribe over at our channel.
They're talking about like doing things to her against her will respectfully.
Not feeling like total shit.
Geno's getting swatted. Uh-oh.
Not great. But I think we should be able to have an evening show tonight. Should be able to have.
If Steel Toe's taking time off, something weird is going on. This guy needs dollar bills. His budget is tightly choreographed to his payments from the courts, mandated by the courts.
You'll have to excuse him. Oh, this is humiliating. You know how Biden's re-election campaign?
What's humiliating? Geno running around getting crack popple snaps for breakfast?
That you're not going to need the 4 years. I think in the next year and a half you'll be able to finish.
He had to run and get a water.
This next story. How's your wiener?
What's that?
How's your wiener?
I couldn't see it over my my tranny flab. So
You can tell you're not like a trained broadcaster if you can't sit for 4 hours and not piss. And I'm not saying every once in a while I got to get up and piss in the middle of a show, but like it shouldn't be a regular thing. Don't you do shows all the time? Like sit. It's 4 hours. Sit.
I think a sex offender charge too. No need to register.
I
just had to cut a hole in my chair and put a bag under it so I can shit while I do the show.
It makes me feel like their re-election slogan is finish the job. I don't know why they think they need 4 years to do it. I think the next year and a half, they're perfectly capable of burning the whole fucking thing to the ground.
I can't even. I wish I never cared. I didn't care about politics till literally the night of the election.
So word on the street is the pandemic broke Geno. He still thinks it's a pandemic. He's completely broken. That's the word that people tell me.
Comparing it to when Hitler was elected in Germany, but she doesn't realize when Hitler was elected in Germany, everyone celebrated, even America. He was man of the year before he fucking came up with his master plan years later.
Yeah.
And fucking like if Republicans are as terrible as they say, like, don't you think when a black guy was elected 2 times in a row, we'd be crying even louder, like you're ruining the country?
What does that mean?
That was when I got involved. And now you look at Biden, he's such a piece of shit. And the old press secretary, that redheaded chick, Psaki, who's a patwat, like I miss her now.
Me too.
Because you get it. Like she was being swarmy because she was smart. And after a while, she's like, I can't keep lying like this. But this new chick who fucking fits she's black, she's a survivor, she's a lesbian. And she's so fucking stupid that they'll tell her, oh yeah, when he asked for the dead guy, when
and
Biden,
she's black.
I don't like the died days earlier. top of mind. Here's what you say, top of mind. He was on the top of his mind. And it sounds fucking retarded, but you can't say you're retarded. You're like, what are you, racist? What are you, transphobic?
Yeah. What
are you, homophobic? What are you don't fucking have any respect for a rape or whatever? She is survivor? She's a dumb fucking dancing monkey, not because she's black, like Kevin Brennan's a dancing monkey, okay? She's just doing what she's told, and anything they give her, she's like, I'll say this, I'll believe you, and when she doesn't have an answer, she's offended. How dare you ask me a question they didn't put in my book?
She has like a really undeservedly
Bye-bye, everybody.
or shit. Like Peter Ducey will always go, hey, you said that illegal immigration is down like 90% or whatever. It's like record lows. That's demonstrably false. That's horseshit. She goes, no. Peter, if you were listening, it's like, no.
Yeah.
You fucking told the lie. You don't get to be smarmy and dickish now and go.
Didn't she call him? That was the time. I know there was a time. Was that the instance where she goes, you're being dramatic? I'm not being dramatic.
Yes, he was.
I'm not being dramatic.
Right.
And Ann had the boss had a great point about it. It's like from a study.
The boss had a great point about it. These grown men and the boss. Unironically now, the boss.
He's joking, YouTube. He's fucking kidding. We've already got one fucking
I'm not.
Hey, asshole. We got one medical strike from YouTube.
Is he drinking out of a mason jar? Oh, no. Just some sort of small batch bespoke cucumber water?
Rumble for a week because we had a strike. Boy, then could we let loose.
Well, that was for the Rumble people.
Yes. Yes, he was talking about the polio vaccine. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Quit being so sensitive.
Why is he gulping so much? He's just taking giant swigs constantly.
This is the clip you were talking about where Corinne Jean-Pierre and Peter Ducey had their little spat over border stats. And yeah, she told him, could the dramatics come down a little?
What is he looking at?
Face. Sorry to interrupt you. It's galling. Look at her face. She's like, why do we even do this anymore? These people are so stupid when she's dumb.
Oh, she's the worst. I mean, but you know what? She is good. She's good at just reading. You're right. The shit they put on that paper, man.
Yep.
He's all over the place. Watch his eyes. He's looking all over the world. Nobody has a monitor this big. What's he staring at?
And believe it. Sorry.
No, she's Jim Carrey in Fun.
Patrick, do you not see it? Geno went for a line in the toilet. What? We'll be watching for that energy.
And then watch it all fall
apart. And the stock is tanking. Yeah. Love that movie.
Is that why he keeps gulping water? Does he got a drip going on?
More than 90%.
Does he know we're zoomed in on his head?
I was speaking.
Maybe somebody super chat over there. Let him know we're zoomed in on Geno's head. See what he does.
That is a person who knows they fucked up.
All you have to do is like tell somebody they're zoomed in on your head, and people like small brained people can't let it go. They can't get like they're zooming in on my head. They're zooming in on my head.
He cut you off the camera because he didn't want the people watching him. To see him look like an ass, but he doesn't understand.
When you're sliding into first and you're feeling something burst, diarrhea. When you're sliding into third and you feel a juicy turd, diarrhea. When you're sliding into home and your pants are full of foam, diarrhea.
Nailed it, Ape.
Answer you.
She's so excited she actually has an answer to this. Like, look, they're gonna.
When April finds out we have the AI voice of her, she's not gonna be happy. Aaron's gonna love it. He's like, finally, they get off of me. But when we can make Aaron and April talk to each other, it's gonna be great.
If the dramatics could come down a little bit.
Bob was saying a week or two ago he wanted to see your setup. He said he must have 7 screens. He's looking over here. Yeah, I sent him a photo of it. I sent him a shot of it.
Lying, cunt! Lying!
That you stupid whore! Tell the truth about Mexico.
He is gulping water, like gulping it.
Dramatics come down. He literally was reading stats off of a piece of
He keeps
paper.
grabbing that mason jar of little mason jar water and just gulping. Big swig, like fast, aggressive swigs.
Had a girlfriend.
Not sips like this, like I'm watching and I go like. That's interesting. He's like, hurried, giant gulps.
Down a little bit. Maybe we could talk about this. And then that only serves to further infuriate you, so you yell more, and now
Aaron is viewing this as an in hot water audition.
Without asking.
That's Geno's show. I was wanting pre-voice coach April. We can't do it. The AI doesn't have a confidence slider that we can turn down.
And limit illegal migration.
Look at Geno. Look at him.
That it has gone down by more than 90%.
Holy shit.
That was what I was speaking to.
Well,
No,
why are
we're
you
gonna
saying
go.
it
We're gonna
now?
move.
Yeah,
because it's such a small. And by the way, that's even better.
He looks insane. People are saying he's high as a kite.
Even people when they get out of jail.
I think Geno watches on a TV. Geno can't get super chat. Geno can't get super chat.
Hard to not say that fucking word.
Right.
She you know where she belongs? In the Something Hall of Fame for actually saying that with a straight face.
She belongs
the
there.
Something Hall of Fame. That's where she belongs.
And Arthur Bryant's Barbecue. We can't forget the Arthur Bryant's Barbecue shout out.
You sent Bob the pic. He was confused. He was wondering where you were keeping the 4 packs of cigarettes and the 3/4 length stomped out butt. 3/4.
Dare I say outshined by their comment. I'm just saying.
King Kong Dong with $2 says, Geno, that monkey thing was definitely a black thing, he's saying.
Yeah. Maybe.
$5 from Coconut Diff. Thank you, Coconut. All these fucking
Here we
diffs
go.
now.
Here we go.
There's too many diffs. We can have a
He's one of
potato
ours.
and
There's a
corn.
Coke diff.
He's one of ours.
A cock diff. He's an eggplant.
Coconut diff is an onion.
Yeah, there's so many. Like I'm just and I know
He's not reading the chat though. He won't read the chat.
Came first.
Yep.
But I'm more a corn diff guy. I like Cardiff, but I like corn diff.
We like corn diff.
And then I never did any other diffs. There was a beet diff that actually reached out to me to do an interview. And I'm like, what do you, I can't. And
Nannerpuss.
I'm out of the diff business.
I'm out of the diff
Doesn't make
business.
a diff.
It's too much with the diff. I like to be the guy who gets out of
So they're getting around this, not reading it at all. They're not reading Coconut Diff's chat.
Steel Toe Morning Show should do F4HQT Fridays with Geno on Rumble. Oh, the gay F word Fridays on Rumble. Of course. A couple more thank yous to throw out there. I think one.
So he just didn't read it. He just didn't read it.
Now I can't open it because I'm retarded.
Retarded.
Delco Lou with $10. Thank you very much. Of course, everything that comes in today, half of it goes.
Geno said Coke Diff.
Geno Bisconte.
Thank you, young man.
Who is here with us today. There's all the links. Streamlabs, PayPal, and
Coconut Diff. Did you tell him that we were watching his forehead?
Have you seen the Tukey?
They never read the comment.
Saw Tukey. I watched for 2 seconds. It's another way to watch, I guess, MLC, where he's a puppet. It's kind of cute. But no. Like it's a great angle, but when I'm watching MLC, I'm in the pure hate fucking vein, and I just want to see that go on.
I just my attention span gets lost for a while because I'm like, I'm the kind of guy when I watch something, I'm like, I want a show. You know, I just have different tastes. I want a show.
Yeah, I wish Coconut Diff
having the head in the stocks and people paying to throw tomatoes at you and being the butt of the joke it's fine.
Did anybody catch what those were?
It's just one of the guys is a giant.
2 messages he didn't read. Super chats he just didn't read. And this is where all these guys are going now, by the way. Kevin's not reading super chats. Kevin's blocking super chatters. Imagine blocking someone who's giving you money. Come over here and hate me all day for money.
When someone's doing a
like
show.
even me with
just like Spaghetti Tooth John, you know? Die. We hate you. $20.
Literally at the end of my MLC rope. You know, it's like I'll stick my head in just to see what's going on. But now it's just like I'm following it on Twitter. Like it's like Chad made fucking according to Citizen M $3,000. I hope it's not like I hope that did happen.
Right.
But it's like I'm just watching on fucking Twitter now to see what's going on.
Wow.
Like, we get it. It's a circle of it's a loop of hatred. I don't even know who Kevin had on yet.
I told them you were zooming. I knew Coconut Diff was one of ours. I called it. This boy, this is a good boy. You're a good boy. I told him you were zooming in, but he didn't read it, and now I'm blocked.
My bio level is fine right now. I don't need any.
What a pussy. These guys are scared of zooming.
To have
Hit the like button if you want to see us zoom on more folk.
He's in on the joke.
Like he's a likable old coot.
Right. The speechwriters have now run out of
Right, dime card, right.
for this guy being fucking senile.
I got the screenshots of Coconut. Yes.
Powerful man.
Put them in the Discord, please.
Lean in.
Yeah.
What a fucking piece of shit. What a piece of shit. Hey, April, you're with a fucking pussy. What a pussy.
I guess we'll just have him.
What a sensitive puss.
And we'll project that out to the rest of the world,
which is in a way like I think we've all known this. Where it's like the president's a great office, but the only guy that ever really fucking used it as the office was Trump. Like every other guy has 900 advisors, and Trump.
Arizona Mesa Tom's going over. He says he usually answers questions.
But this is the country saying like, look, he's the guy, he's the president, but he just fucking on a good day regurgitates what we're telling him to do. And
there's a bunch of these guys who talk about the same shit every day, talking about the president and the country, and it's like, God, you're really making a difference, man. I never thought about it like that.
Even you guys know he's not doing anything. Even you guys know his fucking.
Even when I get off on political rants or cultural, like discussions like this, it's like, move on. Say your piece and move on. Geno's with this one note. He hammers it every day. The blacks, the media. It's like, okay.
Whatever.
We get it. You think the blacks are ruining it? You're poor and live in an apartment in Harlem because the blacks took something from you? No. You're in their neighborhood. You took something from them. They wanted that apartment. Why does Geno, a white supremacist, get an apartment for $1,800 in Harlem? This is a nice apartment, I'm telling you.
Lives Matter.
For New York City, this is an expensive, nice apartment.
It's senile old man, and they went, oh, look, we'll just dump. Nobody would ever vote.
He's twitching, man. You're right. You might be right about the... watch him just twitch.
Make him a hollowed out, empty husk, and we'll just dump our shit into him once he's in there.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't see a guy his age where he comes from being like, yeah.
You could almost make a little mashup spaz joint. Hold on.
This writer's strike because fuck them. Fuck these writers that think they want money when all people watch now is YouTube, is old shit on streaming services, is you don't need fucking writers. And these writers, the ones I'm looking at, that have been a shill for the fucking same writers as this fucking president, like fucking sitting there fucking writing for Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel and...
Isn't this better?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't have this plugged in. Jesus Christ.
What did?
Oh God.
You know, he doesn't do anything and I don't know.
You just imagine every other word's the N word. The emotes. Do the emotes. The emotes. Ah!
I live in East Harlem.
The
I
emotes
see
make
more
it
black
so
people
funny.
On my 5-minute walk to work, it's a 10-minute walk, but I run. Those coons are dangerous. I see more in my.
He already used that joke on a show last week. I heard it. That's crazy.
I'll take your 5 and block you, bitch. God made dirt and dirt bust your ass. Stop annoying me. Yeah, I play my music loud. It takes the bastard old dirty to move the crowd. They say he had his dick in his mouth. Eddie Murphy taught me this.
Okay. The pills and the needles.
And shit, they seem to love him. The banks like him because the banks.
Oh God, they block people who give them money,
and he'll just bail them out.
Trump was.
Yeah, he was. That was regular speed. That was live.
Never got involved in a war.
How shitty.
You know, and he was going to start World War III, but here we are with Biden in the Ukraine.
But
Oh, God.
How shitty are we though? That like that's the standard. That
As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men, I'm gonna love.
Ireland, where somebody is apparently just tossing dog shit out of the window at their apartment complex at people.
Nice.
This just seems like
about right.
Yeah, this just seems like a fun pastime. Let's. I don't think anybody's getting hurt. Let's check it out.
Well, Lex, somebody's tossing dog droppings off the balcony.
Yeah, he's licking his lips and stuff. People are. Look at this. Look at that behavior.
People who live nearby aren't that happy. Tisha Lewis is live from Upper Marlboro.
They've got it. I guarantee they've got a new puppy. The puppy shits on the floor, and instead of them like bagging it up and walking it down or putting it in the
Look at him trying to focus on this regular story. Look at him. Look how ticky he is.
Yeah.
By the way, where is this exactly? Because how do they know it's dog poop? I've lived in New York long enough where I can tell the difference between dog poop and human poop. Is that something you can do, everywhere across the okay.
You can tell the difference between, like, I own a little Chiweenie, right? I own a little Chihuahua Dachshund mix, and he's got little.
He owns a Chihuahua Dachshund mix?
Did to that poor dog. The giant human cock
We didn't do that. You sent that picture in bragging. You said, by the way,
you made me jealous.
Look at the cock on Gordo. I'm like, wow.
What?
End of the day.
You made me jealous of my own dog. That's not right.
Think we weren't?
Get
think
him.
We weren't jealous of Gordo?
You know how bad I would have fucked those people up yesterday if I would have thrown my shit from yesterday over the balcony? Oh, my God. It would have looked like when you slime people at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been going for size. You would have been going for distance with that. Let's be honest.
Distance and spray pattern. I would have been going for like square footage covered. That's what I was going for.
With more on the messy details. Hi, Tisha.
The messy we can still get
Coconut dip $5. Geno misses out on money because he got butt hurt and blocked me. Fun show.
Ooh, Joe.
Fun show, Geno.
Warning, the pictures you're about to see are a bit disturbing.
Is there anything sadder?
Fucking try me, bitch.
Geno and confetti.
You guys show us monsters that are claiming to be women with giant cocks, and you think a little dog shit is going to shake us up nowadays?
Yeah.
We are desensitized. You've shown me that you guys have shown on the news the Admiral.
You bought that lie.
The chick that used to be a man in Pennsylvania. I don't even. Yeah.
The linebacker.
She's the highest ranking woman at the White House, and she used to be a man.
Yeah.
I like the game of trying to get appropriate emotes to show up on the screen in the right place. It's random, but it's fun. Like that lollipop just showed up on his mouth. That's funny.
Oh, wait a minute. Go back. I thought the dog shit was talking into the microphone.
Like if you get dog shit to show up in his eyes, that's funny.
His blood sugars.
We're live in Lazy Town.
He didn't sleep very much today, so his blood sugar's low, and it's
No, I meant to say that. That's
Oh,
exactly what I was saying.
I love how they scan. I love how they scan the ground. They go, take a look at what we're talking about. I'm like, I don't see any dog shit there. I think it might be a slow news day, and you guys are
I'm getting a
reaching for
call
shit because that just looked like grass to me.
Why isn't she sitting there twirling an umbrella? Like we're at
I think Chad was calling in. Call again. I missed the call. I was zoomed in and I
You referred us to the building.
Chad has to call in every day. We got to get our daily Chad.
There you go.
And look, Aaron.
Is that what you need? Yeah.
Thank you.
Here, this
validation.
Here,
come on, Imholte.
This will make him stop. We'll give him one of these every time. There you go.
That's the thing I stole from Crowder. If you don't know.
Plenty to say.
When we have customers coming in, it's dog poop all up and down the sideways.
Come on.
I love
Come on.
Chad's on the hotline.
What does that mean? We have customers coming in. I don't know. Don't. Okay. We have customers coming in. They be dog poop.
Turn the ringer up so I hear it if it rings.
We have not been robbed all day because of the sidewalk situation.
That's right. They
Wow.
They got that dookie lying all over the goddamn place.
The resident manager out here about it. They did get it cleaned.
They just want to be they want to be racist. They want it.
Over there, but nothing has been done about it.
It's time to mock Zumock. Get it?
Grates there. So he.
Yeah.
He lets his dog go and shit on his little patio area here. And then he either stomps it through the grates or he just shovels it up and tosses it over. Oh, that is
fun. Oh, like the soldiers on a military base in the shower, waffle stomping their shit down the drain.
He never leaves. Doesn't even take his dog.
They told us that was a big problem on the bases.
So Messi is like, I got to throw this shit out the window.
They said women in particular were stomping shit down the drains.
Starting to throw it out the window.
Oh, on Army bases, on Air Force bases.
Yes.
It's all just, and it's a relatively small dog, it looks like. Those are like kind of
Think about it.
turds.
No one that's a neat person would be like, well, I don't want dog shit in the apartment. I'll just throw it out the window. They'd be like, I want this dog shitting out of the apartment. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take him outside to keep my apartment clean. It's got to be so disgusting in the apartment where there's so much shit, literally and figuratively already, that it's like, with the excess shit, we'll just.
It's like Aaron's making a scrimp face because he's like, yeah, our whole house is covered in eggs and shrimp. It's gross. It's a gross lifestyle.
We're appealing to a younger demo. But if he's willing, so this is his comfortable level of shit on his patio. So,
Yes.
oh yeah, that's what he's willing to live with. Imagine how much there has to be when it's time to throw it all off the edge.
Yeah, I think we've reached the level of this. He's looking at this is disgusting.
Let's watch how uncomfortable Aaron is with the funnier guy on, and also like picking his spots. You know, Aaron doesn't like other people to talk more than him.
God.
Stokes Davis, who is a realtor.
Joey Diaz stomps his shit down the shower drain. Jesus.
Feces over their balconies, and it's landing.
Oh, there's a good one. There you go.
How's his beard filling in? Oh no, did he trim it too much on the right again?
And you go, hey, honey, what'd you do at work today? Oh, just
Yeah, on the right, which is your left if you're looking at him on the left side of the screen. It just disconnects completely. This is 2 months now he's been growing this beard. This is it. This is it.
Garner the fucking, 1 million viewers with my dog shit story. Then I'll get to my dog shit book.
Then, yeah. See, if I take the dog shit pictures, honey, then I can get to how the taxpayers are being exploited in Ukraine.
Then I'll get to my horse shit opinions.
On awnings and ultimately on the sidewalk. A resident shared these pictures with Fox 5 showing the problem at its worst. By Thursday afternoon, when we arrived, most of the mess was cleaned up, but we're told this is an issue, a recurring issue.
He just got a text from April telling him they're zoomed in on your face.
Dropping dog shit off his...
And now he's pulling out chunks of his beard. He does this as cope. He constantly is picking out things from his beard out of nervous anxiety.
Yeah. We needed it to be raining dog shit. Guys, this is not the story we're trying to sell here.
Don't clean up the dog shit before we get here. We need to see mountains of this stuff. In fact, if we could get some...
Say mountains?
Walking down the road and getting hit in the head with projectile dog shit, that would help us a whole lot.
They probably said, is anyone willing to throw dog shit? Can we get...
You guys, this is going to sound weird, but I bet he's a good kisser. I just thought that would weird people out just to think about it.
Yeah.
If anyone could just eat some corn and get the ball rolling, the bowel rolling.
Yeah. Just throw shit at us. Like you're a Never mind. Never mind.
Asked him to clean this up. It was all down out.
I love that Geno's like, I love corn dip. I'm pretty sure corn dip hates steel toe. Look, I don't want to speak for corn. But corn likes this show. I don't know if you can like this show and like Steel Toe. Maybe Citizen M.
Animal? Don't answer that.
Don't.
Stevie Lou, I guess.
Fine. She's
I guess it could happen.
Inspirational woman.
A business owner, if you would.
She's a business owner. That's right.
Look how chunky his beard is. Just missing chunks.
To dump their dog feces over their balconies. Also,
you guys don't think he's a good kisser? It's just such a random comment. I bet he's a good kisser.
Why do I have to dump your dog shit off the balcony? Just two little questions.
By the way, is the news being...
I wonder what April thinks of his spotty beard. Let's hear you defend your man, April.
You have a way with these people. They're your people.
April, is he a good kisser? I'd love for the AI to tell me about how her man's beard helps him kiss. I love to hear how men kiss. I love to hear how they kiss. I want to hear a man kiss. I want to hear a man kiss.
And she welcomes the one black girl. She's like, I'm from Chicago.
He's so uncomfortable. Look at him.
You don't have to ask me if I saw Mean Girls.
When he's doing a face and talking, ignore it. But watch the in-between moments. The little... split fractions of time with the microaggressions that show his uncomfortability. Is that a word? Uncomfortable. Is
like
lack of comfort.
I'm gonna enjoy.
I just feel like you wanted to say ooga booga.
Who doesn't want to say ooga booga?
Gene,
Unga bunga binga.
Jesus.
Chandler must be very happy that you're here today. David Chandler with $200 over on PayPal. 100.
Wow.
Really? Jesus. Now Chandler's another guy in the MLC verse. Thank you, David. Go on.
He's been
We don't do that gay wrestling stuff.
So he must have been.
That's other shows.
The idiot that he is in his own stream.
He probably really enjoyed it. Yeah, he actually.
Wow, they got a fan over there with $200. What are you guys, poor? We need a $200 fan to step up to prove we're not a poorer show.
I've said this. It's like
all the proceeds go to the nearest puppy mill.
Noonish. I don't fucking know. Where it just
He's pulling his hair again. Watch it. Watch him pull the beard. Watch him pull the beard.
like, I don't know. You have to have a certain amount of hours, and I'm not worried about it because I'm just doing like I always say this. Like, look, if you have
Look at
extra
him. Look
money,
at him. He's not focused on Geno anymore.
$25 once a month to the fucking Gum Fridays Patreon level, 3rd level, where you get a $50, you get twice that back every year because we give you a $50 gift certificate to the merch store. But these guys, I don't know where they get the money, where they're giving $300-$400 like a week in episode, and that's great if you have that money. But God bless you, because you don't care about money, and I love you for that, Chandler, Borgo. Little Mir, whatever whoever the Jules David person is.
Yeah, he hates us because none of these people give to him.
Mine, there's like,
look at his face.
Like, I don't.
Little Mir, Jules David. Yeah. He hates. Don't bring up people who don't donate to this show. Don't bring up people who don't donate to this show.
Entertainment dollars on.
What's the last thing I was talking to Garrett and Steve about?
He's so mad now. Look at him.
On TV, like,
look at him.
He died years ago. I don't watch anything on TV, and the stuff you do watch, like Keanu watches Vanderpump Rules, like and that's great, but that's not writing. You don't need.
He's so uncomfortable. Look at him.
Love is while all these other late night shows fall.
He's typing something.
I didn't even know he was still on. Corden, they already said, was hemorrhaging fucking money.
Yeah.
Fucking look no further than.
Yeah. He's not even paying attention. He's checked out. Look at him. He's focused on something else.
The show was so bad they never brought it back into a studio because he's so shitty.
He's twirling his pen.
Okay. But you look at shows like.
You can't see his hands.
I love Aaron's goatee. I call it his prison pussy. I like to pretend it's a chocolatey, syrupy stain and try to remove it with my tongue. I call it Minnesota fondue. Scrumptious fibers that really get stuck in your teeth. So sexy.
Need writers because we're the writers because we're just fucking funny people.
His googly eyes.
We don't need stuff. It's not like rehearsal powder that you have to lock April out of, and I have to lock Steve and Garrett out of. So
this is rough.
Insane. And I'll say it again. War is fucking here. It came for the comedians.
He really does have little bulbous bug eyes.
Fucking trying to jam their life into
He's typing.
Model. And while you're on strike,
licking his lips, bugging his eyes, twitching.
Cock up for fucking the past fucking 3 years of this shit administration, fucking writing for the V for Vendetta fucking talk show host.
Yeah.
When you zoom in on someone while someone else is talking, you can tell whether or not they're paying attention. And this guy's like just checked out.
You didn't think the Colbert
Excuse me, Geno, are you high on stimulants? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full on retarded or just high on stimulant.
Cringeworthy. And then he doubled down. And Seth Meyers, no one even knows. And these writers, this is how obtuse they become.
Make the emotes bounce on his face.
How are we not getting paid?
You guys got some egg? You guys got some scrimp?
What?
Right.
To fucking write fucking words so a guy could hit applause?
Yeah.
He has no connection on that left side of his face. His arms are crossed. He's uncomfortable. He's covering his tits. He was fiddling with a pen. You guys can't see his torso. He's covering up his man boobs. Oh, the girdle is on today and it's bunched up. Why won't he just admit that he wears a thing down there? Either don't wear it or wear it, but like, why wear it and then deny it when we can all see it through the shirt?
But seriously, look at me. A nutless monkey could do
that. People are throwing virtual tomatoes at him.
Yeah. And again, not saying anything. People are like, really? I mean, you know this. It's like he's so good in that movie.
When he tells him that, I feel like that's...
Have a little eggy. Fluffy Dutch baby pancake, fluffy, puffy Dutch baby pancakes, Dutch baby pancake, fluffy, puffy, puffy.
Now this writer's strike, nobody's talking about it. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares what
money, pigs, scram.
Say nope again. Nope.
Yeah, and the studios are kind of doing what Tom Cruise did to Bill Hader. They're going, no, seriously, a fucking nutless monkey could do your job.
You're so fucking right. You're so right. It galls me that like I did There was a show one time back at the Stand. I used to do that, and it was a Monday night. It was back.
Monkeys, come on!
Like running a fucking frantic alone, and I'm sitting there. He's like, "Hey, it's a writer show.
He should get a girdle company as a sponsor." He's chewing his lips. Look at this guy. He's so mad. He's typing.
And you're watching writers read off a fucking paper or their cell phone.
He's
and they're just
looking.
reading stuff that they're so used to fucking just, here you go. Oh, this is great. Applause. And no one's laughing, but in their head, everyone's laughing because again,
you're gonna like the way.
I know some, like, I'll tell you a great writer. Jesse Joyce writes the roast jokes for beyond fucking hysterical. I did a roast joke once.
He's not having fun anymore.
But for the most part, these are nobody writers that sit there.
He's turned off. His resting bitch face is on.
People make fun of me. I love the
resting bitch tits face.
Modern day Columbia.
April's told him what's going on, and he's not happy. That's what's going on. I saw him check his phone. April said they're zooming in on you, and now he's faking a smile, but watch it go away. There it goes.
But even that show, I love it.
There it goes.
But that is so.
This is real concern. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
And she calls him
pretending to pay attention. Back to concern.
Stop barking to is this caricature of a Rush Limbaugh fucking radio host, and they just and it's like
arms crossed. He's fucked. He's so uncomfortable. Look at this body language.
Need you anymore because, as you said, the real writers.
Tell me he's comfortable. Tell me he's comfortable. I'd love to hear it.
Okay, here's the new.
I'd love to hear your theory on how comfortable of a man he is.
And go.
You're right. That's exactly what they're doing with having Biden acknowledge that. They are. They're going, all right, here's our new character. He's a lovable old man. It's like, yeah, great.
Yeah.
The Russians and Chinese are going to be totally fine.
Geno's looking rough.
Gentleman bystander with $20 says, Geno's ranting. Keep him going, Aaron. You can just sit back and relax. He'll carry the next 3 hours. Look.
He's on the dump button when I'm ranting. Don't. And the dump button is you.
This isn't radio. There's no dump button. The only dump button he has is when April needs to take a shit. She hits it under the desk. It lights up, a la Crowder.
After today.
That's the dump button. It's time for April to go rid herself of eggs.
I didn't. Whoever and then Mazur's like screaming, Geno's screaming the N-word in Atlantic City at a black security guard. What are you talking about? Right. What are you talking about?
Mazur's a liar. Wow.
Shout over me and get the channel taken down. Today would be the day because I am definitely.
I don't really feel one way or another about Mazur. He seems harmless, but I don't understand why he's around.
Aaron, don't worry about the zooming in the beard. I love you. You're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. Doesn't matter that you can't grow a proper beard. Just keep smiling, knowing you can always count on me.
Escape my body.
Escape, of course.
Yes.
It was trying to escape across the street.
It was trying to run across the street to the housing development.
Black and White wants to know, going back to the throwing dog feces off the balcony story, he says, is that Lazy Town in real life? Now, why would you say that?
Because it's a good... Well, you didn't say it wasn't. That's the important thing. You didn't say, no, it's not. You did not deny it yet. AIDS.
April, Take Me to the Lake says, I wanted Geno to tell the Stuttering John Artie Lang home podcast story. What's that story?
April, Take Me to the Lake.
Right story where, simply put, I knew Stuttering John was a piece of shit because I met him countless times, and just bumped into him, right? In the Stern world and all that stuff. And every time, who are you? Who are you? So after he and by the way, I never said this, when you were talking about Chad, the new Stuttering John is Ray DeVito. Ray DeVito is Stuttering John, because Stuttering John, I always said, watch this, and I posit to you, Stuttering John, I used to say, was so unfunny. And like the only three comedians that were ever on Stern in order were Jackie, Artie, and Shuley. And I give, while Levy was on Stern, he was never paid by me.
Grab yourself a Gotta mug or a hat over in our store. Appreciate it.
And they had him on. And
nobodylikesonions.com/store.
Some people like Stuttering John, who was like,
Overdose members save 15% on all merch. Remember that, even Chad's merch.
With this radio thing, I need a comedic genius like you, John, to be on my show. And John's like, oh, I'll help you. And then he goes on and gets shit on. That's Ray DeVito. Ray DeVito can't even host a simple fucking interview with one person without his producer jumping on and be like, what are you fucking doing, Ray? But in his mind, he's like, Shuley brought me in to save the network, and he's a laughing stock on the network. And that's Stuttering John. And when
Shuley brought me in to save the network. Imagine Ray DeVito saying that.
It was Jay Leno saying, I'm too lazy to get a younger demographic. Let me steal Stuttering John from Artie Lang and pay him money to fucking be the idiot he is. And we'll even make him the announcer.
Chad's still not on Twitter. Chad said he wasn't coming back to Twitter. He said he doesn't like Twitter anymore.
And he, in his mind, he's like, I
don't believe him. He'll be back.
Fucking was so good at it that I became the speaker for the Tonight Show. And then I was.
Oh boy, take me to the lake.
Fucking make me the head writer so I could focus on. And he was literally the nutless monkey.
Well,
so fast forward to when I go. What?
I'll say this. I don't think that like all these people are like this person's the new Stuttering John, that person's the new Stuttering John.
Oh, no,
Welcome, listener, to this guided tour of Geno Bisconte's website. First, note how the fave icon is a little blue drop. This is the default icon of the Drupal framework, likely meaning that he built this website himself and did not bother to change it. You can see further evidence of this if you view his website through the Wayback Machine, which has archived almost 2 decades of its history. It started out quite cohesive, likely from some sort of free template, but as the years progress and he adds ill-fitting components, things begin to fall apart. You can see this in the mismatched colours between different elements. It likely means he approximated the colours and tried to make them match, rather than utilising the same colours as a theme. But perhaps saddest of all, he used to list his live dates on the front page a decade ago, but these got less and less frequent, and now he has removed the live date widget completely. Geno's sad depressing has been life is merely a vessel to justify the existence and history of this website, which is truly a relic, nay, a piece of art, that should be preserved for future generations to enjoy.
Idiot. Drinking beer, and every time he's like,
wow, tour of Geno's Drupal website. Total I love that.
And drink every time he says I was on Tonight Show, or listen to any of Chad's podcasts and listen when he name drops, like, who his friends are.
Yeah.
Stop it. So every time he goes, when I was on the Tonight Show, I would go like this, you were on the Tonight Show? And he goes, yeah, I'm like, okay. And I did it like 6 or 7 times. And he was getting so mad. So finally, one of the last few times I go, you were on the Tonight Show? And he goes, yeah, what were you on? And I go, nothing, but you said you were on the Tonight Show? And he kept getting so pissed that he talked about it on his shit podcast years later, repeatedly, how he's you can ask Chrissy Mayer this. Before she fucking interviewed him that time, she's like, anything I need to know? I'm like, he's an asshole. Don't let him intimidate you. So she could tell it better. But that's why that's why she basically said to him, so you dabble in comedy? You know, because she wasn't acting like this starstruck. She's like, this guy is an asshole. The more he talked, and have her like clarify this, but basically, as she said later to me, she called me, she's like, yeah, he really is a pompous idiot who has no fucking idea how nobody he is. She didn't say, but something like that. And that's why she said dabbler. And she's like, dabble in comedy.
We'll switch over to the BS show in a minute and watch Ray.
About to kick off.
Yeah, incredible.
That's the other thing, too. These guys are oversaturating with Ray. It's like Ray, there's no dimensions to Ray. So Ray being on 5 shows a day, Ray's done. Ray's done. Like, even the people who are still fucking around with Ray, like, you're burning him out. He's on 6 shows a day.
I think Shuley and Bob and all those guys, it's almost subtraction by addition with some of the shows they throw on that network. It's like, I think people, and it shows up in their view count. People are there to see Shuley and Bob.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about the rest of it.
I think
but
it's becoming well.
Wait, that David Attenborough is a long-winded blowhard.
Trying to build the network, it's something worth trying.
You got it, Tukey.
Showing you is that like, are the guys, and that's who people want to see.
And Mike Morse is great on the BS and Miserable. Those are the shows. Uncle Rico even.
Is he? Is he?
Stuttering John's a piece of shit, but I've said this before. I say it on my show all the time. Like in the morning, I put on your show if I wake up in time. If someone hasn't kept me up till 4 in the morning because they're drunk in Vegas, I watch, or I'll put on BS. You know, like I've been watching the clips of your show to catch up. or I'll do Mayor in the Morning. But that's what I watch, and it's whichever one grabs me. And well, I mean, what else am I going to do during the writer's strike? Because normally I watch The View.
Mayor in the Morning. I would love to talk to Chrissy Mayer about Chad. What was he saying about Chad? The Tonight Show? The Chad lies about being on the Tonight. What's going on? How am I still hearing new stories or new lies or whatever? Like,
we like him now. Ian Hawk with 199 says it's Ian Hawk week. Remember me, Geno?
Yeah, I don't know how to unblock you. He's gonna TK, and although Ian made a thank you, Ian. I'm very flattered. He's like, he made a bootleg account just so he could say you forgot to unblock me. I mean,
got him.
I love, and
it's Ian Hawk week, guys.
Suso's another one where it's like every time we're in a different chat, he's like, unblock me, Gene, and I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I'll figure it out.
Ian, that's $2 I could have had from your dollar bucket. That's what people do.
Offended that you went after his boy Ray. Carlos Danger's a weird guy because there are times where I'm like, oh, Carlos Danger's a decent. He likes steel toe, and then there are other times I'm like, is this motherfucker?
He doesn't like steel toe. Stop telling everybody that all these people like steel toe. We like you like we like car crashes. It's over there, so we're looking at it.
Really? Quit bragging.
I think I've been on his channel once before, way back in the day. All right, Geno, I'm going to give you a quick 2-second break here. I'm going to open up these 8 o'clock hour stories. We're way behind.
Okay.
We're behind in a good way.
Guys, we're behind. Oh, God. Barry Ribs is on here now? There goes Geno.
I'll ask Geno if he wants to here once I get this stuff all opened up. Geno, from 10 to 10:30 or 11 to 11:30, your time. Oh, look, and it's from Carlos Danger's channel. Maybe we have to play it. Do you want to do the... Oh, he walked away.
His fridge is open.
I want to do the Chad Godfrey phone call. It's 11 minutes long. It's a little lengthy, but I really...
Of course, Steel Toe's going to play something from Friday on Tuesday. Of course, he's like, guys, we've got this breaking news.
In the chat, Jericho's right. Half of everything goes to Geno today. Half of every super chat, half of every PayPal, Streamlabs, all of that stuff goes to the lovely Geno Bisconte today. I think Geno's made himself a couple $100, I think, at this point.
This is the second time he's got to prepare food or a drink. What's going on? He only has to do 2 hours, but he has to get up and make a cereal bowl? Like, what's going on?
Guy, oh my goodness. We've got accusations of wiener guidem coming through. Hobo Chili Recipe says, did Godfrey talk about the oppression of the black people? Carlos Danger with $5 says, Geno, close the fridge. Aaron, cease and desist. Oh, no, I've got a cease and desist from Carlos Danger.
Did anyone see me pouring my team?
Yes.
Nailed it.
What's going on over here?
No. Yeah, Ray, I can make decisions without you. I'm a grown-ass man, okay?
Looks like you're crushing it with your decisions.
Ray's got the perpetual... Ray got that...
Yeah, like, who's Ray talking to? You're going to be at Wawa using the Wi-Fi one day. Like, this is going to be you, Ray.
Outside.
Yeah.
Right now, you have a couple of friends who don't have kids and have a spare room. Then what?
Sentences due to your Wi-Fi. Go ahead.
Ray could be mugged and he'd still be smart.
This energy on this BS show today is BS. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Some screeching halt ribs.
There you go.
Ray gets zingers when his opponent has bad internet. All right. But Tubby says, Barry, lay on a park bench. Get off the ground. So how long was the walk? How long were you walking for?
Come on, Ray.
Boy, some people blinky jitty. They hate when you shine light on their
Let me go in.
clandestine.
Yeah, go inside, Barry.
Yo, do you think I should go in front of the donuts where I got a little bit?
I think you should pay $2 for a Boston cream and sit the fuck down inside.
Should I go?
No, this is perfect.
Should I go?
Yeah, this is great. In the meantime, we have some super chats backing up if y'all.
More Wi-Fi?
Sure. Yeah.
Poor Joe. Poor Joe. He's like one of the only guys over there with any sort of a pulse who's not out of it completely. Poor Joe. And Joe won't talk to me. Joe won't answer text or emails.
Joy's doing that show.
Joe doesn't like me, I guess, but I love Joe. Like, Joe's the only guy over there turned on.
Do what he wants. I'm not the guy who's putting him in any position. Only position I'm putting people into here is to succeed. That's it. That's all I want. So, Burmeister, $5. Is Bob sure Jeter isn't digging his tomb?
No.
I mean, there's room. There's room for him. That big hog of his. I take that last super chat back. I think you woke up. Yes, we're awake. It took a minute.
Yeah.
We got back late, you know?
We got back really late because Shuli was looking for the Holland Tunnel, and we found the Lincoln Tunnel.
Hey, tunnel's a tunnel, am I right?
Yeah.
By the way, at one point I had my phone leaned
Oh my
up,
God.
leaned up on the.
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
So I have my phone with the the GPS on it, and it's leaned up against the little speedometer area, right in front of the wheel, right there.
Tell a Joe.
And at one point, we hit a bump or something, and the phone fell, and now I'm like looking for the phone while we're driving, and I can't find the phone, and I know I got a turn coming up in like less than a mile, but I don't remember where the turn is, so we have to pull over the first time, and we're pulled over in the city, and we're looking for, and the phone is just gone. It's not on the floor underneath the driver's seat. It's not on the floor underneath Bob. It's not in the back seat with Barry.
This is 5 minutes with lights on it.
I got Barry's phone with a flashlight because Bob's phone doesn't even have a flashlight feature on it. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Where is this one? We're like, it didn't fall out the window. We couldn't. And sure enough,
Bob's phone doesn't have a flashlight on it. What? I mean, what phone doesn't have a flashlight on it? It's been how long since you've had a phone with a flashlight on it?
Right. Last night.
Bob's phone doesn't have a flashlight on it.
So what are you gonna do? Hey, Barry.
Hey, I think because I was in a shitty part of the Dunkin' Donuts, I think I fucked up everything, but I think we're good now, right?
It is
Yes.
better.
Yeah. A million times.
We're not good, but your call's coming in clear. What? Have I made a horrible wrong turn? Is this whole world just old losers? Should we get out of here? Jitterbug phone.
The what is it?
My phone only has 9 buttons.
Yeah, we have a billboard.
And they're all 911.
422.
Highway 422.
How's that one to walk on, Barry?
I got to try that tomorrow. I want to do all the highways eventually.
What?
Dude, that's what
that was the joke,
Jersey.
Barry.
You get off one highway and you're on another highway to another highway to another. There's
That's how we
just
get
highway
around.
on
Great
highway.
stuff, Jay.
You take a helicopter,
Ray.
everywhere? Yeah.
Yeah,
Ray
everything's like
figuring out the-
95. Then you get off. It's like now you're on Route 1. Now you're on Route 9. Now it's Route 46. It's all
Highways are crazy, Ray. Highways are nuts.
like
This is highways.
yes, it's like highway on a fucking highway. It's annoying for me.
You got a bike, of course. It's fucking.
Yeah. I like Barry's.
Holy shit. Ray's 50. No car, no place to live.
Look,
So
Mommy saying.
what you want?
Mommy says.
Loves the Beastie Boys and Jimmy Eat Whirls.
Let's
What's
do
up,
it.
Ray? Yeah.
Let me fix my bike and I'll be right there.
They got to be in the Perry one first. That's the important one.
Yeah, we're doing a Perry dating game Saturday in Pottstown. And then
A few lookers going to be on the.
Yes, yes. Well, Barry, do you have any advice for Ray when it comes to with the ladies? Because you're a seasoned vet.
Well,
I can't wait for all the aftermath and fallout podcasts from this Pottstown meetup. Bob, Shuli, Kevin are just doing these shows to bring on people worse off than them to feel better about themselves. I don't disagree.
As he's walking home on the highway, it's like, that guy's
I imagine Ray taking the scenic route because the highways and tolls are too confusing for him to grasp. Who doesn't love the Beastie Boys? I know.
Yeah, Kirk Douglas has a love child somewhere in Ohio.
Barry, how long were you
Sad
walking
news,
before
Barry.
you got home?
Yo, Shuli.
he's still halfway there. He's not all the way there yet.
Stop to rest.
Yo, Shuli. It seemed forever until I got to fucking
Yo,
civilization.
KB.
And then I pussied out and I called an Uber.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Should have called an Uber on the highway.
Do they pick up on the highway by chance?
No.
I
No,
would doubt it. Yeah.
You know why? Because they don't drop off on the side of the highway either.
So why did you have your luggage with you?
I hope KB won't be a bitch K-cuck like Bob was today. Hopefully KB has some morals and ergo drama. I don't care.
Basically made me look like a fucking cuck.
Yeah, but you need a bag that big. It was like
I said to Bob, I go, if you see a guy at night rolling a suitcase on the highway, you 100% assume whoever gave him a ride somewhere is chopped up in that suitcase.
Excuse me, sir. Are you low on sedatives?
Now you have, according to Darth Nihilus, he says you have dirty water bottles and double XL merch in that bag. Is that true?
The shirt I'm wearing.
I mean, they do have 100 more people watching than this show. They do have 390 watching right now. We lost 50 when they went live.
They give the guys to pick up trash on the highway.
Yeah.
Like-
Look like you
That
should
is
have a
true.
boot collecting money in traffic for some fire station.
Yeah, Barry's just walking. Someone goes by and hands him $5. he's
Yeah, Ray like rephrases every joke and just repeats it. Like, yeah, Ray, that's the joke I said.
Elaine. Ray, your way ain't working. American Cupcake, $2. That's what I'm saying. You've tried it this way this long with the ladies. Let's try a different approach. What's going on? There's stuff flying around.
What, like
there.
talking to one?
Miles McGooby. He's a fan of mine. I remember that name.
Bartholomew Ribs. Keep hooking up with those black beauties. Gee.
Yeah. Barry knows. Barry knows what he likes.
Interesting question for Barry. Do you ever pay Moses back for that money he loaned you?
Barry, when's the last time you got laid? Out of curiosity.
Shuli.
Patty, here's $5 for breakfast, Barry. There you go.
Yo, Shuli, I was just about ready to say, you combo with Bob are hilarious, but now you're going with that Kevin Brennan, when did you last get laid? I'm ashamed of you, Shuli.
Thank you. So now answer the question. When is the last time you got laid?
That'd be great if he has a woman blowing him right now as he's doing this. He just shows the camera down, like, there you go.
Well, let's
Another great one, Ray.
me and Moses double dated, okay?
Okay. All right. So it's been a while. I'm just trying to say.
Ray's drinking Starbucks? Where's he getting $5 for a Starbucks? Save up for a car
Oh, shit.
or a domicile of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melton loves you.
Have I ever said that? I don't think I've ever said anything bad about Melton. I said that I thought he was funny.
You don't think you did?
Well, he says a lot of bad shit about a lot of bad people, so he can't keep track of everything.
I think there's only 3 podcasts in a row about me. Every time I look on the internet, it's another video about me going on right now.
The only thing I said about Melton was the video where he was saying that I should have my own show. I think he was fucking with me. I don't think he was being serious.
No, I
He
was.
was serious.
Yeah,
I was.
He thinks you should have your own show.
Yeah. We don't
Not,
think
not on this note.
He's the only one, but I mean, he thinks it. I mean, the
No,
guy's
I
clearly
100% think Joe should have his own show. For real. It's not ironic. He's at least you have an opinion and you seem like you're paying attention. That's not ironic. Send this to Joe. It's not a joke. You should have your own show, Joe. You're the only one there paying attention. It's not ironic. We're big fans of Joe. I texted him once. He never texted back. I thought we were going to scissor or something and never
I hear
worked
you.
out.
You're not
Hey, Ray,
sugarcoating anything.
Ray, you continue ragging on me. Wait until I get my turn with you.
As he's ragging himself.
Yeah, well, he's just cleaning up. So again, what did you have for Ray Barry, a seasoned veteran of life like yourself?
Oh yeah, student loan still. Yesterday, Louis J. Gomez told a story where Ray DeVito tried to smoke a weed gummy bear inside of a pipe. He thought you could just light edibles on fire, smoke them, and get high. Then we watched Ray smoke a joint in the Legion of Skanks and almost fall down. He couldn't handle smoking a joint. It's all available right now on the Overdose for subscribers, audio and video. Full 4.5 hour show. Use promo code again to save 10%. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose is the best way to support the show. I'd appreciate you heading over there and signing up. If not, grab a $2 membership on the channel. We'd love to have you as a member here and part of the club. Occasionally, we lock down the chat for members only. We do members only shows. And why not do it just a little bit now for fun, huh?
Yeah, he would take a shit next to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
he did. His dad.
Buy pours. That's what our chat says to people. Buy pours. 2 pour for $2. Not interested. Bye, Ian.
But no, he's not coming from a.
We calling Ian poor?
Divorce or anything, right? Right?
No.
Yeah.
No, my parents were together till the end. They both died young.
Is there
suicide pact when you were born?
That happened where it kind of turned you off to wanting to deal with women and trying to get laid?
No, again, I'm doing fine. I got women that want to date me. It's all right. I'm fine.
Yeah, and you're just gonna stand there while they get proposed to.
I'm not really around much. If I was around, like I'm always on the move.
Well, that's good for you then.
Yeah, I mean, you can sit them on the handlebars. It's not like.
That one's dead for the moment. I gotta fix that.
Damn it!
I better bite for 2, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
I got to Skanks halfway through, but by the time I got there, how deep into it were you guys?
Halfway.
Yeah.
Right. Jesus Christ!
What did you guys talk about at the top? I missed the first half.
Oh, it's good. We'll recap the whole show. So we sat down and
Louis said you can smoke in here, and I was like, "Wow, this is like fucking heaven."
And then Jake, the guy who works for them, brought us drinks all night, and then they all put on war paint and war helmets.
And then Ray came in.
Yeah, what was that all about? What was the war paint for?
Podcast wars, Ray.
Yeah.
Oh, podcast wars. I think I'm in the middle of these stupid wars.
Yeah. So you think you'd show up on time to
I was doing a show.
I mean, show is a strong word. I don't know. Call it that, but all right. Why did you just twitch, Ray?
Shuli, sorry to interrupt you.
Please.
I think Ray is that, and maybe Mike can back me up. I think Ray is that dude who's been like picked on for so long. He's that dude that's going to go into like a school or something, and we're going to say, he's going to just do like a Columbine or something. And we're emotional damage. I thought he was a nice guy. I think he epitomizes like, you know what I'm trying to say, Levy?
Yeah, you're trying to say
school shooter.
Well, you be safe.
Shooter.
Yeah.
Nannerpuss.
Battle to every comic. That's all they say to each other. This guy looks like a sex offender. This guy looks like a school shooter. All right.
What do you think, Levy?
That's an original take.
Maybe you do.
Wow.
Yeah. You guys want to roast battle each other on here?
Yeah, we'll do it on the Jersey. We'll do it on Route 46.
That would be the opening line. Yeah.
Can Ray go to a Tim Hortons?
Yo, Ray, leave my route out of this, bro. My Barry.
Ray, let me ask you an honest question, because I semi-like you.
Oh.
Do you have this internal rage that you want to rip a head off a toy doll or some shit?
Yeah.
It also looks weird, like someone that walks by this Dunkin' Donut and she's saying this in a
This is Ray's. This is footage from Ray after a podcast.
Is this what you want? What
It's fine.
It's fine. Like
That's Ray's room.
polar works. It's gonna change any minute.
Yeah.
Yo, Bob, truly makes me laugh, man. I don't know about pink.
What the
pink
fuck?
cheeks
Now there's a
doesn't make me
jackhammer
laugh, but
going?
truly makes me laugh.
Pink cheeks. Pink cheeks. I
Ray,
love
you
it.
know who Pink Cheeks is?
That's Brennan.
Yeah,
You
Pink-
love Brennan.
Pink Cheeks.
I can't wait for somebody to walk by and throw 50 cents into his suitcase on camera.
His hair looks like a baby bird.
What is going on?
Give this man his fucking yanni.
I love
His
that.
yanni.
I love saying that.
Oh, look, they're doing movie quotes to each other. You guys seen Rounders?
No, yet he beat me straight up.
It's Oreos.
I know
it's
that's
such a good movie, but it's Oreos.
But
This is so cringe.
having to retard down poker for the viewing
Yeah.
audience, like if they made us tell like he twitches his eye or like there's a slight he tilts his head to the side when he has like a pocket pair or something, that would be too subtle for them.
Everybody hates Ray.
I'd be like, what? Rewind it. What?
We all
What?
Yeah. Once we all see the dumb thing. in the
Thanks,
movie,
OFA show of a show.
They go, okay, and then we go, how about we do this? We're like, oh, I never would have got that. Well, then that's why we had to do the Oreos, because you're a fucking.
Hey, hit the like button. It's our last push. Hit the like button. Join the channel. $1.99. We thank you for watching today. We are 5 minutes away from the hype train.
Movie. You never lost me, even with the most obvious tell in the history of poker.
I don't necessarily love every movie John Malkovich is in, but I love him in everything he is in. One thing that breaks my heart, April hates his character in Rounders.
Why?
She goes,
Is
I
he
can't.
so mean?
She goes, I can't stand that voice, the accent. She doesn't like.
April hates his character in Rounders. It's like, well, I hope this doesn't get back to Joel Schumacher. I don't know who directed.
Another line I quote from that movie often.
Hey, there's a Midwestern scrimpy wife who doesn't like the character you created in your hit movie. Oh, yeah, let me put that over here in our We Don't Give a Fuck file.
Speaking fucking Sputnik makes me laugh.
June 16th will be the ultimate cringe day. Yeah, my special's coming out on the 16th. Everybody's going to make fun of it. Letting you know right now, my nipples are hard the whole time. You can see my perfect little B cups. It's going to be fun. And by the way, we're going to watch it on my channel and rip it apart too. I've been talking to the producers and they're like, it's the best special. We love it. It's only a 30-minute filmed at a comedy festival last October in the back of a restaurant. There's like 70, 100 people in there. You know, I think by the end, like 100, but like 70 seated at the beginning. And, yeah, I hate it. I don't think I'm funny at all. It's why I don't do stand-up now. It's gay. But we'll be watching it, and I'll watch it too and tear it apart. I think it's dumb.
Better?
Yeah.
He became a pretty good actor.
They want me to do like a pay-per-view watch party of my own special. That's fine. I will. It's shit.
This is
Are you wearing makeup like Tom Segura now? Do I look like I have makeup?
a stand selling ice.
I don't have the best skin, so if this is what it looks like with makeup, it's rough. You guys see my merch? You guys see my merch last night? Yo, if you got something to say, just say it to my face. Look at me. Look at me. Do I strike you as someone who's not serious? Ow, that hurts. It hurts to do that.
Of all places, it's gonna get hot in there. You're gonna want ice cream.
That's good. That's my new merch.
By the way, and if it gets messy, there's plenty of showers to wash yourself in.
Oh, it hurts to do that.
What are you bitching about?
You can
What are
get
you
nice
bitching
and
about?
clean.
Put your head put your eyes like that, and it's painful.
That would be great.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You could insert.
I had nightmares about merch last night. That face.
Not at all. And it's like people on the way out, trust me, on the way out, you're not going to be hungry.
I hope you guys do buy my special. I think it'll be like $5. It's a half-hour special. It's not going to be crazy. I think it'll be on Tubi for free to watch.
Imagine like people
and Amazon.
It's actually a chimney. All right.
Oh.
Can I just?
You know, everything's just gay. I hope you laugh a couple times. I hope you support it. Whatever, you know.
Escape during the Holocaust.
What am I going to do? Beg for you to ask my D?
At least you didn't say hundreds of thousands. Then that would have been an even worse joke.
I think Frankie said not that many one time.
Yeah.
And it's one of the few.
And it'll be on iTunes too. I think it'll be a cheap album to buy on iTunes because it's short. It'll be like a $4.99 album on iTunes. So I'll appreciate it if you pick that up.
I remember because I was.
I'll have all the info when it's time.
Can throw punches because I was laughing.
Do you get any of the special proceeds? Yeah, I own part of it. It's well done and everything. It's just, it's a low budget.
Truth, I believe, is what.
No, that is not how.
It's better than most people's. I'll say that, but I still hate it because I'm my hardest critic. But yeah, I get some of the proceeds, of course.
And that's it. That's all I say.
That might have been that.
Did you borrow one of Tom Segura's $5,000? No, mine didn't even cost that much to produce.
Ice cream flavors for the Holocaust ice cream.
I'd
stand.
love to hear some.
Carlos Cameo says, and Frankenberry sherbet.
Not bad.
There you go.
Not bad.
I played the audio of some of it.
Hagen-Dazs was a death camp. No, that's Bergen-Belsen, not Hagen-Dazs. These are two.
No,
Hagen-Dazs.
Silly.
That could work.
That's silly.
Carlos Danger says John Malkovich was great and underappreciated in Arkansas. I saw the preview for Arkansas on Amazon Prime. I want to watch that movie really bad. It looks good.
Great thought, Aaron. He talks like a 4-year-old. You can call us on a pink phone and yell at us on a live show if we don't buy it. Onions don't sell tickets. Is your special?
My favorite movie quote is Oren Ishii. As your leader, I encourage you in a respectful manner to question my logic. The price you pay for bringing up either my redneck or scrimp heritage as a negative is, I collect your fucking head.
Shrimp Fest is back at
Is your special better than Gringo Poppy? Yes, for 2 reasons. Number one, it's half an hour. Everybody has a shorter attention span. I think it's 35 minutes or something. So everybody has a shorter attention span. And also it's good. I'll tell you this. A lot of the stuff in the special was only performed in the special. Like it was written just for the special and never even performed anywhere else. I'd say probably 30% of it. And the rest of it's just kind of some best. It was a comedy festival. I was selected to do a half hour that they were going to film and package. So it has some of like my best of bits over the past few years that I want to retire. Octopus sex and some other shit that's just like, I've been doing it 7 or 8 years. It's time to put it away. And now that I have a great filmed copy of it with good sound and stuff, it's just up. So it'll be what it is. I can't, it'll get ripped to shreds by everybody. That's cool too.
Not bad.
That'll be Onion's next mission, number 1 on whatever silly chart. Yeah, I mean, look, it's pretty easy to get to number 1 on iTunes. So if we don't do it, I'll hate you all forever. Wait, I thought it was bad. I'm confused. It's better than most people's stuff. I'll put it up against any, like Ray's. But yeah, I'm my hardest critic. I hate it. I've been texting the producer that I fucking hate it. I'm fat. I'm gross. I'm not funny. I hate it. But that's what comics say.
Jack
Melon.
Jackboot tracks. I like that they all come awake when it's time.
You tell me if it sucks. How about that? It'll be cheap.
They've been sitting.
Any Kmart or Walmart jokes? No.
Perfect. You're like, oh, wait a minute. You have a swastika? You're a swastika. You have an Auschwitz story? Oh, allow me to dust off the material I had ready for you.
We get it. You have a special.
On the internet lately is and I would imagine it happens a lot, but some woman taking selfies right in front of the entrance of Auschwitz. It's like, what?
Once a year.
It's almost like taking selfies at the gate of an airport. Right? Come on. Reverse psychology sales. No, I really I'm just my hardest critic. I hate it. I feel like it's not funny and nobody laughs, but that's just me. They say it's the best special they've done. I don't know. They said they were laughing the whole time. Editing it, I don't know. I feel like it's dead. But I'm down on myself and hate myself, and that's what I do all the time. We got to go. Number one, because it's just time. Number two, I'm dead tired. I didn't sleep well last night, and I didn't go to bed till after midnight. And number three, I did 3 shows yesterday, but also I'm squirming. I really got to piss like you wouldn't believe. So thanks for everybody for joining up today. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the April text chats. Go watch Bob or Kevin or something. I've got to piss like a motherfucker. And you wouldn't believe it. Happy Ian Hawk week, everybody. I don't know if we're going to do tomorrow. I just don't know if you love me enough. You know?
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. All the laughter that you deploy if you listen to the show, boy. Patrick Melton faces have you stacking, and the low point is the low point, not the reason.